was there?
Fam, what's up?
I looked at it.
I thought that was the whole point of you talking about Undefeated. It did top 10 Undefeated collabs.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the first thing you sent me.
Are you serious?
Oh, you sent it in the top. No wonder I'm looking at the bottom. I mean, just start talking and I'll make one while.
You can make one while I do this thing. All right. Can you, like, see the...
Fam, you got to put top 10 in the bottom. Like, it's like show order.
Well,
that
wasn't even order.
I even looked at the text like 3 times to make sure there wasn't a top 10 in there.
That wasn't even the order. I was just typing. I couldn't figure that out. All right, let's do this.
Texas to Toronto. I hate PJ Tucker.
I don't even know what that's even being talked about. I seen that. I was like, what? Seeing the stuff that he said, he was like, yo, I want them to like understand my hard work. I was like, yes, you sucked in high school, sucked in college, sucked in NBA. The end. I was just, yo.
Sucking at all of them is funny.
It still made millions. Actually, I don't even know. Where you go from high school? Where's he from?
It says Texas to Toronto, so I'm assuming he's from Texas, too.
Well, he went from University of Texas.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he's from there.
Where else would he be from?
He got like a Baltimore skull. Like the he looked like he got a Baltimore, Maryland.
You got a shaved head and that side shaped skull. You from Baltimore.
Virginia skull. All right, yo, Stick This Podcast, episode 242. George, Greg, back in the building. Real quick, right off the top of the show, I want to give a shout out to Shoe MGK. We are currently doing a Respect Your Shoe campaign. So I'll talk about them real quick. They reached out to us and, wanted to talk about doing stuff with the show, partnering with the show, whatever. And, one of the things that, we were going back and forth for a little bit through email, whatever. It was a little bit difficult because we were busy. And, one of the things was I made the suggestion to them. I said, hey, I would love to be able to take care of the listeners of this podcast. We've never done giveaways. We don't do anything like that. And they love the idea. I said it would be a good idea to share the product. Get your guys' name out there a little bit more, let people know that there's other shoe cleaners out there that can do the thing. And the first thing that they said to me, which I enjoyed and I loved, was they were going to send it to me first so I can try it. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Because I like to be able to prove something can work. I want to back it up. I will tell you this, George, I have been getting so many messages from previous weeks, from our ads we were doing from the previous weeks. So many messages, people like, yo, fam, do y'all got a direct phone number to so-and-so? I'm like, nah, I don't, man. Oh, yo, what's up, man? Yo, love the show. We got to, fam, they gave the product to me. Let me try it out. Let me tell you something. On my Hyenas, Kennedys, I haven't worn them a whole bunch of times. Now, I have 2 pair of those and 2 pair of the Reds. I haven't wore the one that I wore a lot of the time, because when I first got them, I wore them to this event, like a food event, like the Taste of Chicago type thing. It was out here, you go around restaurants, give you free food, whatever. And I dropped like a ravioli got away or something. They got loose on me or something. Hit the shoelaces. That's what happened. It hit the shoelaces. And ever since then, they ain't never been the same. And I tried other shoe cleaners on them, no joke. So I was like, you know what? They sent this to me. Tried it on the shoelaces. I even emailed Concepts and asked them if they had a pair of spare Kennedy laces, because they didn't come with the second pair, I don't think. I feel like the red ones did, but the blue ones didn't.
I don't have them, so I have no
I don't remember. You not having Kennedys in collection
you had
is insane.
On top of old Smokey got you. Meatball rolled off.
That joint got away from me.
What's that?
They was giving them raviolis like through a spear. Like a sword. What them, them swords you see, like them cherries? Yeah, like a skewer. And I was like, man, put these 2 ravioli squares on a skewer. I put that joint, slipped off, hit the laces. Got the cleaner, actually using the cleaner, and it actually got them off the laces. I'm not even joking. So I was like, man, I love that about them. That was dope. So this is what we're going to do. We are doing a 4-week campaign, 5 kits a week. So that's 20 total kits that will be going out to listeners, okay? Somebody was like, and I said I wanted to do this, show love to the listeners, because somebody made a really good point. I thought it was really funny. And he said, y'all get more love when y'all post, yo, no episode this week, than when shows post, new episode is out. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. And I said, you know what? That's actually kind of true. People really comment like, yo, I need, they love it. And I appreciate that. So like I said, what this is in order to get this, you will have to DM me the podcast page on IG. You'll have to DM me your address and the secret sneaker of the episode. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to say the sneaker. I'm going to let you know when I say it, but it could be at the very end of the show. It could be in the middle of the show. It could be during a topic. I could just blurt it out and say secret sneaker of the week is, and say that. So I need you 5 a week. The first 5 people who listen to this podcast. Now look, video podcast visual listeners, look, I don't know what to tell you. All right, the episode gets up when it gets up, but the audio people who listen to it first, sorry. Oh, by the way, no international people, sorry. I didn't work that out with them yet. I don't know if they're gonna send it overseas. So right now we're gonna do this just in the U.S. right now. But like I said, the first 5 people who sends me their address through IG, DMs me, and the secret sneaker of the week, I will send it off, and you will get a premium kit. You will get the complete kit from Shoe MGK. You get 2 shoe cleaners and conditioners. You get a water repellent, and you get a shoe freshener and a brush. Works phenomenal. They've been doing this since 1992, so the company ain't going nowhere. They've cleaned millions of shoes, over a million shoes a year. The product is great. It works extremely well. It's highly concentrated, so you don't have to run out so soon. You use a couple squirts in a little thing of water on your brush. It works phenomenally. You ain't got to use the entire, solution on it to get your shoes clean. The joint works phenomenal. Trust me. So like I said, 5 listeners a week. I'm saying this at the top of the show so you can hear it. 5 listeners, DM me your address and the secret sneaker of the week. You must listen to this episode to find out what the secret sneaker of the week is in order to possibly have a chance to get this. The first 5 who message me, if I respond to you and say you got it, you good. If I don't respond to you, that means you didn't get it. So if I get too many messages and I don't respond to you, that just means you didn't get it. That's it. But there's always next week. We'll be doing it again. Like I said, 4 weeks, 5 kits a week. That's 20 total kits. Shout out to Shoe MGK for letting us do this. This is the Respect Your Shoe campaign.
Yeah, and if there's 5 million responses, you can always change it next week to where it's randomized or something. If
we'll see what happens.
If only 20 people put in, then sure, the first 5 makes sense. But if there's 5,000 or something, you can randomize it.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm just saying, just a different way.
Hey, man, whatever works, man, we're going to figure it out. But this is the first week. We're going to give this a shot, see how it goes. Shout out to Shoot MGK. Follow them on IG. Follow us on IG. Follow us on all social media platforms. We appreciate everybody who likes, subscribes, and share this. George, weekend night.
Yeah, I was
where were you at?
Delaware for a wedding.
Wait, where were you at in that picture I posted?
Which one? Oh, at the look like a restaurant or whatever.
Feel it like a cheesesteak place.
Yeah, Philly.
Oh, okay. So I had put hashtag Philly
because there's not a major airport in Delaware. Even if you don't fly Southwest and you fly American or Delta or whatever, people still fly either to Philly or Baltimore.
See, you didn't say where you were, or Hannah didn't say where you guys were. I just saw cheesesteak, so I just assumed Philly. And I put hashtag Philly, and then I went back and edited and took the Philly off because I was like, wait a minute, he said he was in Delaware. So
yeah, it's one of the famous cheesesteak places in North Philly. Bless you. It was good. Don't get me wrong, but
cheesesteaks are overrated.
Well, no. So what I'm saying is it was good, but it's not worth waiting because I talked to the security guard there. He said sometimes the line will be 45 minutes to order, and then another 45 minutes before it's done.
Oh yeah, no.
So I guess people, what they might do is say you go on a work break, you order it, and then by the time it's ready, you on your lunch or something, that makes sense. But standing there and waiting for it for an hour and a half, nah. So we probably waited I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or 45 minutes or something total. It was definitely good. There's no doubt about it. But was it worth waiting 45 minutes for? No, because in Philly, you can go to 50 different cheesesteak places that are comparable. It might not have been as good, but when your time is worth it,
What makes a good Philly cheesesteak?
I think number one, the type of meat they use, because I'm sure some places use better ribeye than other places use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they all use ribeye?
I would hope so, but who knows?
I've been to 3 separate ones in Philadelphia, and I thought all 3 of them taste the exact same.
See, that's what I'm saying is you probably can go to the other ones, and it's a comparable experience in terms of taste and whatnot. Because the one I went to when we were in Philly a couple years ago when I was there with my family, basically what I did is I had heard about one, I don't know, on social media or something, and we were already downtown. And so I was like, oh, shit, it's right there around the corner. Let's just go get a cheesesteak, and we can share it in the car.
Was it by the Mint?
Cheesesteaks are this big. One person shouldn't eat a cheesesteak.
Yeah, you can't eat one. You could, but you might die. I tried it. I didn't know that
every day.
Well, like my first time going there, like they make it just like you see like a Monday Night Football game in Philadelphia, and they be like, they be doing all that.
People think a Subway sandwich is long. Pause. It got nothing on this cheesesteak.
I was the only one in the place. Me and a couple people that were with this political party. We were in there. Nobody else in this restaurant, and I ordered one. First of all, I thought that was just Philly cheesesteak and then Philly cheesesteak with peppers. I didn't know it was like
yeah, you could do it
or whatever. And I ordered one for myself. Cat started throwing the most meat ever like this in the air. And he gave me that thing. I was like, I can't eat that. I had to eat it with a fork. First of all, eating it like a sandwich is impossible. There's too much liquids everywhere.
If you get it like with Cheese Whiz. If you get it, which is what I recommend because
I got it that way. I had no idea that's how it was.
But see, here's the thing. It's not real. It's not like Cheese Whiz from a can. It's like a liquid version. It's different. It tastes different. It's almost like nacho cheese without the spice. It's weird.
See, they put squares on mine.
Oh, then you must have got Swiss or something, or a white American.
It was orange. They just threw 2 squares on it, right there on the griddle.
Oh, I never seen it like that. So the place we went the first time was called Sonny's, and when I went in, like basically the like main 2 options they recommend is either provolone or because I think they do provolone instead of Swiss.
They had provolone.
So they recommend either Cheese Whiz or provolone. So I got one of each the first time we were there, and there was like. It was like me, Hannah, Tony, my sister, my mom, and the kids, I guess, and maybe Andre too. So we just all split like those 2, which was plenty of food. And I thought the one with Cheese Whiz was way better than the one with provolone or Swiss or whatever it was. And the reason is the one with provolone or Swiss is just dry. Like if you get it with provolone or Swiss, you need some kind of like liquid on it, like sauce or something, you know what I mean? To like.
Yeah, but wasn't the steak all wet? Like my bread was so soggy, I was like, who likes this?
Nah, but it might have been because you got Cheese Whiz though or something. Because that's what they do.
It might have been provolone. It was, he threw some squares on there or some circles or something.
So what the people who like the Cheese Whiz is they like it when they take the bread, they put the Cheese Whiz in there first, so it like moistens the bread up. Then you put the steak and onions and whatever else, and then you put more Cheese Whiz. So that's different than when you put just like the cheese that's gonna melt because you're not gonna have no like sauce to like. You know what I mean? It's like eating a sandwich with no mayonnaise and mustard. There's like no sauce on it, so it's dry. So the one that just had steak, onions, and like provolone or Swiss or whatever it was dry. It tasted good still, but it was dry. So the one with Cheese Whiz was like, it gives you like a lick. I don't know how to. I'm not going to use that word, moist or whatever. But it makes it easier to eat it because you're not like, where you could barely swallow or whatever.
Well, either way, a Philly cheesesteak is overrated. It's aight. It's not better than pastrami, and I don't care for pastrami.
I mean, I would pick pastrami over it, absolutely. But when you ask, like, what's the... so steak, the type of steak is number 1. Then I heard from a lot of people, like, the way they cut it, if they chop it up, sometimes it doesn't taste as good as if they do, like, ribbons. Like, slice it thin.
Mine was chopped up.
Yeah, so that one might not be as good as the one that has, like, thin ribbons. And then the other thing is how you season... Because you can't just put the ribeye with no salt and pepper. You know what I mean? So, like, if you don't put salt and pepper on it, like, that's probably...
I saw the
one at D'Alessandro's was good. It's just not worth waiting.
When I went, I didn't want all the peppers and stuff. I don't care for stuff like that, like peppers and onions and like, especially there be so many, and I didn't want it on there. And they were like, "This is just gonna be a sandwich with steak and cheese on it. Like it ain't nothing else." Like you said, there's no mustard, there's no lettuce, there ain't nothing. And I was like, "Dang it!" So I got that stuff, and it obviously made it better, but too much.
Hannah got like sweet peppers on hers or something, but she like looked at the sandwich and I think there was like 3 sweet peppers on the whole thing. It's like, fam, well, what's up? What are y'all doing?
There was a place out
and
here
like
that
a
we
million
used to
onions.
go to, and it had like sweet peppers and stuff like that.
So that place, what's that place called? Well, it used to be one on Mill, and that one on Mill closed. Corleone's. That place is actually like pretty close to an authentic cheesesteak. Even the way the employees act inside, the one right here in Phoenix, fam, them cats look at you like you're an alien if you don't order immediately.
Yeah, they be like, you can't go to places like that and be like,
that's just people how Philly are, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like that's everywhere that's a major metropolitan city. Like even though Phoenix is considered a top 10
yeah, but people
city,
in LA and like San Francisco and stuff don't act like that. And that's like an East Coast thing, like Philly, New York, and Boston.
They act
even
like
Boston,
that.
they're like more lax than that. Philly and New York, fam, but you don't order quick. They're like next.
Philly, New York, them places you can't walk up there and just be like, "Oh, what do you recommend? What do you think?"
Yeah, you definitely can't ask, "What do you recommend?"
Rocio would do that. Rocio go to Chipotle and ask that.
The employee at D'Alessandro was so nice to the point that the like transaction took longer than it should. So that might have been part of the reason to think, because she was like going down the list, like making sure we like knew how to order, knew what was going to be on the sandwich, knew how to like order at this window. Then when they call your name, get in this window and pay. Fam, it took like 5 minutes just to order. And I was like, we've been in Philly before, ordering cheesesteaks. We know what we're doing. Like,
all y'all went to Delaware? So we just drove there to
everyone. Yeah, it's only like 45, 50-minute drive from Philly, from the airport. Because the airport is on the Delaware side of downtown. So, like, what Hannah and I actually did to go to D'Alessandro's is, like, made our trip longer. Because we went to the other side of Philly. I would have never done that if I would have thought about it. But they all flew in, like, obviously the people who lived in Delaware are already there. But the people who came from Arizona or wherever else just flew to Philly and then drove to.
Who all went?
Like, her sister lives out here. Her dad lives out here.
Why was y'all in Delaware?
Hannah's stepsister's wedding.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Delaware got to be a wax.
I told you I was there when that hurricane hit. The hurricane that like wiped out the whole East Coast. We were in New Jersey for a wedding.
Sandy? Sandy. Yeah. Hannah and Sandy.
We were in New Jersey at Atlantic City for a wedding when that hit. And so, you know, obviously everyone's like, you got to get out the city. So we left there and went to Delaware because it's close, number one. Number two, his daughter lives there, the same daughter that got married. And number three, it's like a little bit inland. So we still had a crazy storm where we were at. Like the city where we were in, Delaware, made it illegal to like drive on the roads. Like you couldn't even leave your house, or you get pulled over unless you're like a police officer or whatever else.
How many times you been there?
3.
Oh, Delaware's whack. It has to be whack, right?
It's just like, I mean, it's almost like slow farm life or whatever. Like it's hard. Like they aren't farmers. They live in like in a normal neighborhood, like cookie cutter neighborhood, like everybody else. But it's just different. Like the lifestyle's different. Like Philly is like here or everybody, LA or wherever else.
Like even them.
I mean, she grew up here. So she went to high school here. Her sister still lives. Like, you met her sister.
Yeah, I'm sure I've probably seen her before.
I don't think you met Susan, but you met Lisa. Lisa and Tom got the 2 kids that's like the same age as Sam and Nick.
Probably.
At our house for like Wednesday night Thanksgiving. Like yeah. So I don't know if you ever met the husband because he don't really ever leave the house, but the wife goes and the daughter plays hockey, or both of them play hockey. Like the son and the daughter play hockey. But
in Delaware?
Her sister, no, here.
Oh.
So her sister is the one who got married. She moved to Delaware a long time ago.
What'd y'all do out there besides the wedding?
I mean,
what do you do in Delaware?
Pretty much the whole weekend, just hanging out, family, and then wedding. I mean, it was a short weekend, so.
Delaware is one of
all the sports teams in Philly were out of town. I think like on Saturday, whatever the hockey team is had a home game, but that was the day of the wedding.
What, Flyers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Flyers had a home game against somebody, but the Phillies were out of town the whole weekend, like in Atlanta, I think. I looked at stuff just to see what was going on, but because it's close enough.
Fam, I know nothing about Delaware. When you said Delaware, I was like, what? Y'all literally go everywhere.
But there's like, I haven't been there yet, but supposedly the beaches in Delaware. The beaches in Delaware are nice, supposedly.
Like how nice? Let's look at some Delaware facts.
Like one of the like most famous breweries or whatever is there.
Probably the first one.
I don't remember which one it was, but
it's probably the first brewery.
So one of our listeners, I'm sure, will know exactly what I'm talking about when they. But it's in Rehoboth. Rehoboth Beach is really known. It's like Rehoboth Beach is like a. It might not have the reputation of the Hamptons or something like that, but it's the equivalent of the Hamptons. It's like one of those type places. Like Rehoboth Beach is where people go to vacation in the summertime. Like real rich people go to vacation.
It says Delaware is the second smallest state in the country.
Yeah, Rhode Island's number 1, I assume.
I would assume. It says it's the lowest state. Its altitude is about elevation. 60 feet above sea level. It has the fewest counties. It only has 3. I'm sure they're probably labeled 1, 2, 3. Delaware has the most produced PhDs in the country. Okay. Has no national park. Has one of the oldest churches. What? George Washington's rally was there. Wait, Biden's from Delaware, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Biden's from Delaware.
I mean, he was born in Philly, but his parents, or not Philly, Pennsylvania, but his family left when he was like a kid or whatever. You don't remember that thing where like, I don't know if it was Trump's speech or somebody was trying to say like, they went to Scranton or something and were doing a speech. And they were like,
yeah.
Biden left you. He deserted you. Like, family left when he was like 4 years old because his family moved. Like, what are you talking about?
I remember that. What else about Delaware? There's not really much about it. Oh, the first John Deere tractor was there. That's nice. One of the largest shell collections is there. Famous whack there. The Mason-Dixie line is connected there. The capital, the nylon capital of the world. And the very first beauty contest was there. I'm pretty sure all of them lost. The joint was in 1880. Fluoride wasn't until like 1900s. So I'm sure all their teeth were bad. They all lost. I guess that's it. Oh, sure, I didn't know that. Delaware's a tax-free shopping place? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like Oregon.
It's one of the 5. Alaska, Montana. I know Montana was. Alaska, Montana, New Hampshire, and Oregon. Alaska better be tax-free as much as stuff it costs in Alaska. Somebody had posted a video. You see that girl post that video of shopping in Alaska at the grocery store? Gallon of milk was like $6. And then she showed like cheese.
Like that in Hawaii, too.
It is like that in Hawaii. When we went to Hawaii, we were like, oh, let's just buy like some sandwich stuff to have in like this room that make some sandwiches or whatever. Yeah. Man, bread was about $5.99 and like peanut butter and jelly, like jelly was about $6.99, peanut butter was like $7.99. I was like, nah.
I mean,
we just have bread.
They don't make anything. Everything's
bread sandwiches. Shout out to Delaware though. George, you got any pickups? Anything?
Hannah got Grinches today.
Did she get her size?
Shock was not technically a shock raffle.
Oh yeah, it was a raffle.
Shock draw.
That was cool though. Like I felt like
she got her size, but those things are made kind of small. So when she gets it, I wouldn't be surprised if it's too small.
It is. They're all kind of small. They're weirdly narrow. They're kind of wide. You haven't worn yours yet, have you?
I tried to get a 12.5 today so I could sell the 12. That's what I was going for.
Everybody was like, dang, every time George travels, he wears those Reeboks now. I got to get a pair. I was like, that must be George's traveling shoes.
I don't think I've worn... I mean, I've worn those
you wore the other
Pleasures ones recently, but I haven't worn the other pair since that trip, since that was like...
Yeah, that's why somebody said summer. It was like the last time he wore them was on another trip. And I said, I think that's his traveling shoe. My traveling shoes are marquee things. Every time I get on an airplane, I'm wearing Marquee Mark.
I just don't want to ruin them. I just have a feeling somebody's going to step on my foot or...
On what, the mark? Oh, yeah. I wear them on the beach.
Because they're suede. Fam, I was not joking when I said, like, I like traveling, and this is really the only time I've ever said, you know, like, I'm tired of flying. Like, the actual experience of flying and dealing with people at the airport. And I guess it was because it was nice during the pandemic. Number one, you had no one in the middle seats on airplanes. But also, there was hardly anyone in the airports. Because dealing with people who don't know how...
You fly a lot, though.
Yes,
you guys travel a lot. At least in the double digits a year.
Companion pass, so I mean, can't get there unless you spend the money. But none of these people know. Like, no one knows how to act. I mean, I don't know if maybe it's because they feel like it's brand new from COVID, like getting back into the swing of things or whatever. People don't know where to stand. People don't know how to get out of the way. People like this one man had this gigantic backpack, spun and hit this lady in the face. I'm like, fam, you don't realize you have a backpack on that weighs 50 pounds? You can't feel it?
You forget sometimes.
Fam.
I ain't never done that before, but I almost did it one time.
I mean, it's partially the airports and Southwest's fault for having the boardings that they do have because there's no way to line 60 people up in those stations.
I hate that thing, right?
It should be 20 people or whatever, or they should extend the thing because there's no way to have 60 people. And then they get mad when people don't line up correctly. Like, what do you expect, man? This area is enough for like 20 people. That's it.
I always hate that line. Like, the best part about when we just went on the trip was we had little kids with us. So we got to get in that. First, little kids get on the plane. I was like, thank goodness, man. Got on that plane. It was a piece of cake.
Yeah, but see, this is the first year we've ever hit it, but we have A-list now. So A-list, they just reserve your seats ahead of time. So you don't even need to check in. Like, you know, some people like at 24 hours, you like check in and get a better seat. They just reserve your seats. But still on Southwest, you could have a middle seat now, or you could, if the flight's full, or you're not guaranteed anything. But it's nice to not have to worry about checking in at 24 hours. I can check in 2 hours before my flight and still have the same seat, so, or same boarding position or whatever. So, but yeah, the family boarding is after the A group, so that's nice for people that have, it was good that Southwest does that because you don't want, if someone's 3 years old and 6 years old, you don't want them sitting at the front and the parents at the back. It's whack.
I mean, typically I haven't been on a situation like that. Anytime I've ever been on a plane, they noticed that like we were separated. We'll switch seats with you. People have been like cool with that.
Yeah. Some people are, but like the other part of that, like if you And I mean, I would feel that same way if I paid for that early bird or whatever. Like, you spend $25 extra to get your seat. Why should I give it up, even if there's a family there? And I think, like, some of the business class people that are in the 1 through 15, I think they feel the same way. Because those people are like, the company pays for it. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? So I think, like...
certain situations, I'd be all right with it. I never move. If I'm in the movie theater before everybody and it's packed, I never move. If I get there and pick my seat... and everything fills up, and like a person comes late, and they be like, "Yo, it's two of us. Can y'all go?" Nope, I refuse.
Yeah.
I got there early for a reason.
I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before. I have been on flights where they do it over the intercom, like, you know, can you move because this family has two small children? Like, I'm sorry, man, I'm not sitting in the middle. Like, I'm not a small person. Like, I got on early for a reason. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily paid for it, but like. People like that obviously don't spend as much money traveling as single people because you don't want to have to pay like 5 kids tickets.
Right.
So, which I understand. So I'm not trying to blame them either. But it's like, fam, if you got a family of like 5 or 6 or something, I'm not moving if my thing was like A25. I'm sorry. Like, you could talk to somebody who was in like B30 or whatever. Like,
I thought flying on the airplane was actually a good experience last time we went. I was like, man, like, it seemed better. Now, we flew into Orange County, and we were going to California.
All the flights that I was on besides the first one were fine. There was no issues. But the first one, and I think it was also because I had like no sleep the night before. It was like a combination. Couldn't sleep. So equilibrium was already off. One like crazy like swell bump or whatever. It was like one of the crazier turbulences I've ever felt. Just sent me like...
Did anybody scream on the plane?
I want to say I had my headphones on, so I don't even know. But I feel like all the flights I've been on recently, even with turbulence, I haven't had anyone that's like, like a scared person.
See, I gotta be tough now. Especially, that was the first time Cruzy flew, and we weren't sure considering how she acted in the snow. So I was like, oh. I was like, I have no idea what's happening on this plane. Yeah, and she was perfect. But man, the worst flights going and coming back. And I was like, yo, what's up with this? And I looked at Rocio like, yo, what's up? But I can't be terrified. Usually I'm the one that screams. But I was like, I can't with the kids here. If I scream, then what they gonna think? They gonna think like, hey, I ain't screaming on plane in front of my kids. Now, me and Rocio, we go to Chicago by ourselves next month. I'm already terrified of ask her, we flying in the Midway or O'Hare? Because flying in the Midway...
If you're on Southwest, it'll be Midway. They don't fly in O'Hare.
Midway... They were flying the Midway then. Midway is the
like
absolute worst, all right, in flying in. I mean, there was a couple times I thought we were on a military bomber. Like, we went like this. Like, man, I was like, I hate this. And there was a man next to me that goes, trust me, man, I'm in the military. We've done some crazy landings in airplanes. I said, man, it made me feel a little better when he said that, but man, what else you pick up?
That's different.
Way different. Yeah, then he jumped out. They didn't even land. He said they got to a certain level and they jumped out. And I was like, oh.
That's a little different.
Yeah, he's a hero.
The only thing I bought recently, shoe-wise, is I got 2 pairs of, what's the one with the clear toe box I hate?
Dang, clots.
Got 2 clots.
So you keeping one?
Oh, man, them joints been sold.
Are they even selling? I feel like every single person that
they
wants
were when I sold them, but I looked back at I was assuming when I looked at the price that they were like $180 or something. And I went back and looked back, they're only $150. So I made a decent amount.
Yeah, I thought these were more money than I had spent. I think I paid a little bit more because I got mine from Hong Kong, but I think it was $180 mine from Hong Kong. But when I had looked, and every single person was asking me about it, messaging me because they're the clear toe box, and I was like. They're like $229, $230 on StockX and Gold and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, they're not too bad. I mean, they definitely not like the other ones. The OGs were going for like $1,000 and stuff like that at one point.
I think between both pairs, I think I made like $140.
So did they make a lot of these, or is just that people was like, eh?
I don't know. I hit on 2 different accounts, so.
But
I haven't gotten anything since then, so it might have been
sneakers.
Might have been a curse.
Was it a draw or was it I can't remember.
I don't think so. The only thing that's been draw recently is Dunks and then the Grinches today.
Dunks, Grinches, and
like, even those Jordan 1 blue that look like turbo greens, even those are scheduled not to be a draw.
No, they switched it to a draw now.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I was going to tell you that. Somebody did an IG live, and I was like, dang, and it said, I looked at it today to see what's coming out, and it said draw now, so.
I mean, that works better for me because, I mean, I don't need to scramble to get all my accounts in.
Man, I can't wake up this 7 o'clock. Like, I just happen to have to be up. Even if I'm woke to do it, my mind isn't ready to do a sneaker thing.
There was I didn't try on Red, because I was asleep at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. red Jordan 5s that just came out.
I actually woke up at like 6:59 and rolled over and tried. I don't even know why I tried. I don't know if I want those or what. I can't figure it out.
I don't think so. But you could have flipped it, so it didn't matter. I mean,
everybody was sending that video of them cats scrapping in the store.
The funniest part is they pan over and that man is dead or whatever. Yeah, that's the best part. You know what? That's why when I texted to you, I was like, watch till the end.
So let me look. I'm gonna talk about that right now because I had that on here to talk about. First of all, I need everybody to understand when you see people. I hate this.
It could have been fake, by the way. Somebody could have just laid down and been like, "Yo, film it," and then pan over.
It's not even that. Funny. It could have been real. The thing I always had an issue with when people videotape stuff like that is that like people think. First of all, we don't even know if they're fighting over Jordan 5s. Like, people swear that, like, you know how many times I've been to the mall and ran into an enemy and about to scrap or have scrapped before in the mall? Like, that don't mean we was in there scrapping for Jordan 5s. Yeah. They could have been in finish line like, yo, that's homeboy, and started scrapping in there. That cat had posted that and was like, yo, finish line, you got to do something about this. Now, we have been, I and Simple, or maybe me and, I don't know, where we've had our pairs reserved and we're in the line for like everybody in line has their pair and their size reserved, and still like weird situations. Me and Simple had went to Paradise Valley Mall for Space Jams or one of them, and we all had raffle tickets. We already won, and this cat no shirt on, like some crazy cat no shirt on. Yo, what's up, dear? Like on Simple back, I'm like, Simple's like, do you want to go in front? Oh, well, wait, like, either way, you're going to get a pair. We're going to get a pair. And, like, he was, like, acting mad crazy. And I was like, bro, you got a pair.
Why did he not have a shirt on? He took his shirt off?
Damn, I have no idea. It just was no shirt. Never had a shirt. He was with a baby mama and the baby in the stroller. I have no idea. He was super stanky. Dude. I don't even know. But I was telling everybody, I was like, fam, they might not be fighting. And honestly, I said, you know, if they fighting for sneakers right now, I said, let them scrap. No. I said, I ain't mad at them. No. I said, I ain't mad at them for scrapping because I'm like, we can't win sneakers on raffles, can't win draws. Maybe these hands could get sneakers now. I mean, if I could throw you the fade to get a pair of sneakers then so be it. You say you got nothing else? That was it?
Yeah, nothing sneaker related. Obviously, I've been buying some sports cards, but other than that.
What do you even buy sports cards? Because it seems impossible to buy them.
The last time I got something in local from the store was like maybe 3 weeks ago at Target. But since they started the new, I don't even know if it's here yet, but supposedly it started like a new like Friday at 8 a.m. thing.
Well, at our Target, I just like, just walk by. I just always walk by because it's right by the registers.
Yeah.
And they had these signs, and it said, whatever the inventory, Friday, something, something, something. I was like, oh, well, that's that. I always walk by just to like, maybe it was just a pack hanging or something.
People have told me that the Targets that they usually go to have those signs, and still the vendor will show up randomly on like a Monday or a Wednesday and stock it. So I don't know if maybe some stores are getting stocked twice. But nah, most of my stuff I have a certain person buy from a certain website. We won't name that person or the website. I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about because there's a discount involved. Or I buy from eBay, or Johnny gets it for me because for some reason, like, stores on the west side, baseball seems to sit there. But like out here, when I go, at least for the last couple weeks, there's never baseball. So I don't know if people out here like baseball and people on the west side don't care about baseball, or maybe the stores limit differently. But normally Johnny will just give me baseball because like it's not really, people don't care about it that much. So people will just leave it and he'll just grab it for me.
I mean, a lot of people that I would imagine by the baseballs, they don't know the players well enough to like.
Well, so going back to the conversation we had about the resale stuff is like Prism Basketball released like 2 weeks ago or whatever and changed the sports card landscape or whatever you want to call it even more, because then like I've heard from people that they've gone to the Target or Walmart or whatever and seen people in line they've never seen before. So Prism Basketball is like the flagship basketball product for, the year or whatever. So, for example, like a 15, what's a hanger? I think they used to be $15, now they're $20. So when those first came out, a $15 or $20 hanger was reselling for like $160.
Or what's a hanger? Hanging on the shelf?
We opened them in Bluff Bagwell, sent them a couple weeks ago. So he sent like two different things. He sent the one that's like in the pack, and it has like 3 packs in it with the additional pack. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah.
That's called like a cello or value pack. And then the other one we had that was in the one box with the hole punched in it, you like hanging on the thing, that's called a hanger. So that was the thing that came out first. And when those came out, Normally they would be 15, but I guess either the distributor or the manufacturer raised the price at Target and Walmart. So instead of being 15, they're 20 now. But like I said, they're reselling at first for like 180, 160. So like the people in line, it wasn't sneakerhead people. It was like any old person who was trying to get like make a profit. And I mean, you talking about people camping like 10 p.m. the previous night to the next morning to get that stuff.
I just would imagine like typically most people will like when you buy basketball. I know I'm looking for, I guess, Zion. I'm looking for
people that buying retail now ain't opening stuff for the most part.
Yeah. I know I'm looking for like certain things. You know, with a baseball, if you don't know your baseball, even the slightest or a little bit, you know, you don't know what you're looking at.
It's different because
you'd have to research every name.
Well, it's different for a couple reasons. There's more players, number one, and then number two. I mean, I don't know. I guess you can see their faces, but they wear helmets and hats and stuff. In NBA, they don't wear none of that. You know what I mean? Like you can see their face, and they're on a smaller court the entire game. So like in baseball, you only see the play. Like you see Mookie Betts like once every 10 minutes or something in a baseball game, whereas a basketball game, all players are on the court all the time.
And baseball players, you might see some of them like commercials and outside of stuff like every once in a while. Like I feel like Mookie Betts.
People probably know who Trout is, but other than that, I wouldn't even know. And maybe like Aaron Judge, but just because he's 6'8" or 6'7", or whatever.
Judge.
But like,
I would probably say Betts. Maybe
I don't
Kershaw.
think people know Betts.
I don't think so.
Kershaw
either.
maybe, but I would say the two most like known, recognizable. Number one plays for the Yankees, and number two, Trout's the best player. So I think
Trout's
people
recognizable.
I think people know who, like.
I think if I saw
they
Trout,
saw a commercial. No, I'm not saying people saw him on the street. I'm saying that people saw him like a commercial or like,
I'm at the street.
or like you had like pictures where you can't see the back of his jersey, but say you have like pictures where he's in like wearing an angel hat. I think people will be able to tell you that's Trout.
If I saw Trout on the street, I probably would think he was in the NFL first. I don't know how big he is.
Yeah, he's the size of a linebacker.
Yeah,
so.
like he's like, you know, I would assume that because I'd be like, I recognize him, but I don't know if I'd be like, oh, that's Trout.
Fam, I would think I was talking about it with somebody in Vegas. Like the craziest thing about Mike Trout is like he's literally the new generation Bo Jackson. Like we haven't, we've never talked about this, but like he's like one of the fastest players in Major League Baseball. He's built like a linebacker, and he probably could play like basketball and stuff.
Mike Trout is,
he's Bo Jackson. He's the white Bo Jackson.
He's going to be the greatest baseball player
that's
of
already
all time.
That's already young.
The problem is that he cares nothing about winning a World Series or his career whatsoever. You cannot stay with the Angels for this long and be the greatest of all time. Every single year, I would have no idea how good Trout is until the season winds down and they're talking about MVPs. I'm like, MVP, Mike Trout. Look at his numbers. I'm like, God dang! Like one of the greatest years ever.
I mean, he's on the West Coast
every single year.
I feel like we see it more because he's on the West Coast.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't. No, I mean I know, but like when I think MVPs, I start thinking about the people that are making like a major difference on their teams, the teams that I like pay attention to more. Yankees, Reds, any of these major teams. Angels ain't a major team per se. They're in Los Angeles, whatever, Anaheim, Los Angeles, whatever. But if I didn't know Mike Trout was as good, I would be shocked every single year when they're talking about MVPs. I'm like, God, the Angels sucked. But then you look at his numbers and it's like, well, his numbers are better than all the other candidates in this category. But it's like, you want to give this to him. The team sucks. He should have left a long time ago. He's like 10 more years on his contract.
I mean,
he's filthy rich.
Yeah, I don't.
He should have went to the
I'm
Phillies.
not blaming him for that. Like he's with the original team. Like they got money to spend. He knows the owner's good. It just ain't worked out. Like their pitching is very bad. Like and it has been for like a decade.
I will say they tried. Pickles for myself. I got a few things, but I sold a lot of stuff first in order to buy something. So I sold maybe about 5 pair of Cortezes. So I had bought like 2-3 of those Los Angeles ones when I went to the outlet. I sold them joints for like $175 each. So
yeah, you should.
And they were $6. So
I mean, that's what you should have done. You should have bought more.
I wasn't sure. Like I just wasn't sure because I was like, well, these are area. I had no idea, and I couldn't. They were on no sites before then. Sold a bunch of those. I sold a bunch of Supreme, and I sold some Travis Scott merch stuff I had. Fam, Travis Scott merch is the worst merch of all time. You might be right. I saw all these PlayStation.
I mean, or the one thing you got on the topic list today.
What? Oh my God.
Might be worse.
Fam, I'm gonna talk about that too. Look, that Travis Scott stuff I got in, I got the PlayStation 5 Travis Scott stuff before the systems came out. Fam, them shirts are the absolute worst shirts I have ever seen in my life. And I don't know why when you ship on StockX or whatever, I had to ship it to Seattle, maybe Portland. I shipped it somewhere else, so I had to wait like
StockX?
a week. Yeah, and I was like, why am I shipping this all the way over there? I was heated.
10p.
Beats me.
They don't have that verification.
So I was able to use that. Then I copped the Mosh joint, pre-ordered the Mosh joint, which I slept on the other Mosh joints. I had said I didn't care for the first colorway, but every time I see somebody wearing them, they're fire. And the second colorway is fire. But I pre-ordered the Mosh joint. Shout out to Mosh. And then I bought those yellow overbreaks, those pollens. Now, I did return the OG one I bought. The one that I opened up here, I took that one back. Because I was like...
Not selling for nothing?
No. Because I was like, I like this one better than this one. And I was like, I got it from Sneakers. Went to Nike outlet, took it back. So they was like, oh, yeah, sure, take it back. And I took something else back I had from Nike,
I'm surprised
too.
you couldn't resell it.
I tried. I was like, man, I took a loss. Like, nowhere. So I was like, I forget it. So I bought those. So shout out to Nike for that, taking stuff back. I took 2 things back to Nike. So they took a couple things back to me. Because I was like, well, I haven't got my budget. Well, update on my go back year. So I was in negotiations for Australians. I was in negotiations for Australians, and somebody hit me up.
Oh, I thought you meant negotiations with Rocio.
No. So we haven't did our budget money yet for this month. Like, we've just been slacking. So I was in negotiations for Australians. Me and this cat been going back and forth for Australian AirTech challenges. Oh, somebody DM'd me roller derby size 10 300. And I was already in talks with the Australians. So I was like, all right, well, I don't want to like tell the Australians nah and then go buy the DBs. And I was like, you know what? If he doesn't agree to this final offer on Australians, I'm buying the roller derbies. Like, these joints are flawless, all right? And then the Durango broke, so Durango about 2 G's, so that's that.
You told me chill out. Now look at you.
Fam, the Durango... You know what? Ever since the Durango went to the snow, it ain't been the same since. I'm not even joking. Like, it's been weird.
By the way, have you gone back to work yet? Or no?
No.
Okay.
I'll go back to work till June.
Fam, they're building cubicles in spaces there wasn't cubicles before.
I've been on a bunch of conference calls about it.
Damn. I walked in there because I haven't been there in a couple of days. I was like,
Well, I mean, we just hired 7 more yesterday. And I hired 2 more the other day, and then 1 more the week before. And we're trying to bring in about 35 in this first phase. 32 more people we're hiring in this first phase. But they're going to be on various floors in the building. The
Durango.
Fam, the Durango ain't been the same since. Like, not even joking. When I had got the Durango unstuck and took it back down the hill, I told Rocio, Rocio, all the windows were going up and down by themselves. Lights was coming on. I said, Durango's had enough today. Hasn't done nothing since, but I knew it was weird. Fam, I went to get pump gas, filled up the gas, thought I was tight. Had on some Vans and stuff. The one start back up. I don't know what it is about when your car dies, why you just feel so embarrassed. Like, I'm at the gas pump filled it up, about $70 in it, and I can't get my whip to start. Cars is driving by like, you good? You good? I was like, yeah. I was like, my son is coming. Don't worry about it. They was like, yo, I got jumper. You got jumper cables? I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. I'm just chilling.
Oh, by the way, Hannah's car, when the battery died last time, the man that came said, and I think there's something electronic wrong with her car too. He said don't use jumper cables on these new cars from like an older car or whatever because the computer gets scrambled.
Oh.
So he said to buy one of those things like the portable charger or whatever that you charge it yourself and use that.
So I took it to Dodge, and them cats is like, you get to set an appointment, and I was like, yeah, 2 o'clock on whatever day it was. Yeah, it's like a Wednesday I took it. They were like, yeah, probably look at it Monday. I was like, no, I set an appointment today. Well, what's the point of that if you can't look? It's out of control here. I said from today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's not going to get looked at until Monday. Man, they sent that invoice. Like, now they do text message. Like, you approve your fixes. I haven't never done it before. Right. Man, that joint was 1772 something. So
it's not warranty.
It expired already. So all negotiations on go backs have come to a screeching halt. All right,
screeching.
So I don't know, man. I got to get the Durango fixed. So it's supposed to get it back to tomorrow. They said it's an electrical component from the acceleration to the transmission wasn't firing right. So they got to do this. I was hitting the gas, and the engine was like screaming at me, like ah! But the car wasn't moving hardly. I thought the transmission was broke, but it was just sluggish. So whatever. Ain't been the same, no. Releases, George. What come out this week?
Well, there was a shock draw today.
Shot draw! Yelling that out.
And yeah, Hannah got her size. Let's see here. Hold on.
I really thought I had a good chance at that. It said it had.
I was actually looking at my phone when like, the
too.
first tweet came through, and I was like, it didn't say draw, so I was like, oh, let me go. And I was on there immediately, and I was like, draw. What?
Well, see, when I got into it, I watched the notification turn to draw. That's how quick I got in there. I was like, oh, notify. And when I was about to close it, it went draw. I was like, the heck? Like, quick.
Whack.
I'm going to tell you one thing I did this weekend, though. I unfollowed Nike, Adidas. I unfollowed all those brands because it's really no point. Packer, all this stuff, because all you need is soul links. Like, Nike doesn't post anything of like, yo, go cop the Kobe's. Yeah. Like, Sneakers app does it all.
Or if they do,
you.
it's already too late.
Yeah, like all that stuff we used to follow was because like a Twitter RSVP and stuff. I was like, what am I following Nike for? Nike don't ever say like, yo, fam, go to cop the Hyper Royals now. Never. So I unfollowed all that. So I encourage everybody to go and follow all that nonsense. Huh? Unfollow it all. I don't need to follow Bodega, Packer, all of them. There's no point. Soul Links will let me know when the raffle is open on Bodega. Damn. Soul Links will let me know when the raffle is open on Creative Adidas app. What come out this week?
Well, hold on a second, because one of the things that looks like it's coming out this week is apparently super high price. So I'm trying to figure out, is this correct or is
what is it?
Those up-tempos, the red, white, varsity red up-tempo. This is saying that they're like $400 and something resale.
When they first came out, I think this is the second time it's coming out. They're pretty high. I don't think this is a new one. I think it's like a same one that's been out before, but it's pretty high.
Let me see.
I might buy those for Cortez. They look dope on him and his son.
You sold a bunch of Cortez. No, I'm not talking about this one.
Oh, my son, you freak.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
you talking about that one?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the white with the red. This. Fam, look at that price.
Was that an OG colorway? I think that's an OG colorway. Maybe. I don't remember. That come out?
This says this came out in 2018.
Oh. I don't know. Shout out to my son Cortez. He made his soccer club team.
Over $400 something. Yeah, y'all play a game yet or what?
May 2nd is his first game.
Yay!
He made the cut. Like, they actually did tryouts, and like they were like, everybody gather around, and we're gonna say the names who made the team. He was so nervous.
Gather around.
He was like, I'm so nervous because he realized he wasn't the best out there anymore. Even though
that's how club is.
Even though he kind of still is. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I'm still the best. I looked at him, I was like, oh yeah, he's still good. And I was like, maybe he's really good. Like, you know, you always think he's good because like maybe you think everybody else is trash. And it's like, okay, yeah, you scored 4 goals today, but I think they really suck. And he went to club, and man, them cats was out there doing stuff like, you know, popping the ball and flipping it, and I was like, oh shoot. But then I looked at him, he's out there doing his thing, and I was like, oh, I guess he's really good. Like, he looked like he could hang, you know what I mean? But he was nervous and made the team, so he's always been asked to do club, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do it because we do.
It's expensive, number one, and you got way more games.
We do soccer Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. It's all soccer. Yeah. Like, he plays games on Saturdays, Sundays, practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm like, man. But it's a dope little thing. And it was a little bit pricey, is but, you know, he loves it. But now he's like, oh, he watched Space Jam. Now he said he wants to be Michael Jordan. I was like, no, you suck at basketball. We tried basketball one time. He was awful. And he's like, oh, I'm Michael Jordan now. I'm like, no, you could be Messi if you want a Ronaldo or Pele. Hey, you could be one of them.
Show him, like, bend it like Beckham or something. Huh?
Fam, he gonna have to do something else.
KD 14. This on the one list I'm looking at, it says KD 14. I don't know if it's different on something else you looking at or
yeah,
it is or it's not.
It's coming out supposedly. I think maybe overseas first or something.
Answer 4s. You got that on there?
Yeah.
I mean, no one's buying it, but
Hugh Hefner is, or getting it for free. Whichever. Fam, he posted what are them joints? Glitter Chicago's.
Oh yeah.
Did he send you a different picture? He sent me a different picture.
He sent me some stuff on Instagram before, but like the stuff you can only watch once and it disappears because I'm not supposed to tell anybody about it. So
I guess I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't either. You know what? Maybe he doesn't care. He posted a picture of one, but he had more than one.
Of the
glitter trophy room.
Yeah, trophy room. Yeah, of course. I mean, you see nerds. You see nerds with like 10 pairs. Obviously, he got them.
Shout out to Hugh and shout out to Skate because they've been like suggesting people to be on the podcast, and we're supposed to get more girls on the podcast and have somebody lined up really dope that was going to be on today, but she couldn't get off. He said I said, yo, anybody you suggest want to be on the podcast, let me know. He said, what about me? I was like, huh?
I told him that. He was like, I'm boring.
And I said, fam, you can come on a podcast anytime you want. What are you talking about?
Talk about growing up back at home. Talk about that. He was like, oh, all right.
All right.
No, he had texted me something that like from something that happened back home or whatever. I just started laughing. Huh? Anyways, Air Max 1 dark teal green. You copping?
Nope. Are you? I was going to ask you that.
No.
Don't you already got those?
No, I got the blue ones.
It looks like, no, I thought you had the green ones. Like
No,
Hannah had the green ones?
Hannah has the light green ones. I have the ones that's like Dallas Cowboy colors. Or
Them green ones look like,
Maybe in white,
them
right?
green ones look like,
I mean, they basically are Dallas.
They
I mean,
are.
they basically are. Like,
Them green ones look like teal to me.
it is. Oh, you talking about the one she has? No, this is dark teal. What's this?
They look like the green to me. Emerald green, forest green.
Oh, you're talking about the one that's not leather. You talking about the...
Oh, that came up with the orange one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have those.
Oh, okay.
Like what? 2 or 3 different colors of Jordan 1 center court are coming out.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Gold and blue. This.
Oh, you
One's
like
gold,
those?
one's blue. No.
They're way too expensive.
Yeah, $135 for that shoe.
I think Jordan 1 lows are 130.
I don't think they're that much. Well, maybe they will be now, but fam. This says the white varsity red Airmore up-tempos are coming out, but I can't find them on sneakers or anything, so maybe it's in Europe. But they're super high price-wise. I don't know what's going on there. Women's Dunk Low Green Glow coming out. They're actually pretty nice. Oh, shout out the plug for hooking hand up with a pair of Dunks. Again, I don't ever say who it is.
What Dunks?
The
Black whites?
Pink peach. What are those? The ones that had already come out.
Oh, okay.
This says Dunk Low Michigans are coming out, but I'm assuming that's in Europe because that's not on sneakers.
But I want those. All right.
Yeah, they're nice.
I want those. I want the green ones, the Spartan greens,
Michigan State,
and I want Curry's. All right, is Curry's coming out or did they already come out?
They
Oh, yeah, I
came out
didn't wake up. I didn't wake up for that one.
Yeah, that was the one I told you I was in Vegas and up at like 7 a.m. gambling. And,
Oh, that's right.
And like had my phone in my hand. I mean, now the devices I had my other accounts on were in the room, but
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was
awake.
I was waiting for Maniere
from the night before, and then I was like, "Fam, that happened already."
I was really gonna try
I was angry
to
about
get
that.
hooked up at Maniere. Right?
Fam, those joints are over $450. I think.
I had planned to pay over retail for those, maybe.
If they were the prices I paid for that other St. John's, I would have done it already. $350 or $330 or whatever, I would have done that. But I'm not paying $450 for. Nah, sorry.
I can't pay $3.
Well, I mean, I think that
You
bless
can.
you. That's the
I
only way
can.
That's the only way you get in a dunk like that.
What else you got?
But who sent that picture today or whatever? Yesterday with the suede. Someone tagged us or whatever on Instagram.
I don't know.
That with that suede on that shoe. Yeah, I think you re-storied it. What is it called when you re-story something?
Oh, that's the story. I guess share it. I don't know, man. People tag on everything. I have no idea.
Griffey Varsity Royal.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got me, but
That's your shoe.
it is. I got the OG still.
All right.
I got a lot of stuff, B.
Yeah, you need to sell it. Weatherspoon 8000 AZX. Strings hanging everywhere.
What is that? Oh, the Super
.com.
Earth? You didn't try for those?
I put on the raffle, but I don't know if my Adidas raffle works anymore.
allergies crazy.
Because the last 2 things, I didn't even get a notification if like
Oh, that's right.
I didn't even get a notification I lost. It was just like
What was that one?
Okay, just move on.
Because I tried for that
The
too.
Yeezy that Andy put in the texted either today or yesterday. What was it?
Oh, the Cronkites? Walter Cronkites? Cronites?
I don't know.
Whatever
It's a model
they're
you
called.
like, but with the white and blue.
Yeah, the blue. Them joints are fire.
I mean, I didn't get a notification that I lost. I'm pretty sure I put in for it.
I didn't either. I just went on there and looked and it said, nope.
And the Bad Bunny pink version,
Dang.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
that's what it
those would
was.
resell for $700, but I figured they would be like something. So I put in for those. Never got a notification that I lost.
I did put in those. I didn't get a notification for that. I got a notification for the Walter Cronkite Yeezy 380s, whatever they're called.
I have no idea. Another Airmore up-tempo, the Bulls colorway. That's the one you were talking about. Red, black,
Wait, what'd
with
you
white.
say? Super Earths? Which one is that? Oh, that's the ZX one. Do you like that?
8000 AZX.
Those suck.
No,
You like those?
No, it super sucks. Are you kidding me?
God.
Got the first one, fam. It has strings falling off the
It ain't as many strings as the first one.
I don't care.
Somebody made a good point
looks
about
like there's more
Sean
strings.
Witherspoon, too.
I mean, say it.
Shout out to the homie James. He said on the Dave Blackman, they got a podcast or a show that's on YouTube. He said, remember how Skate told us how like it was such a collaborative effort on the Air Max 97s?
Oh, yeah, where he had everybody in the room.
He was like, you know what? There might be a lot more credit needs to go to everybody else who collaborated on that one, because ever since that one, everything that Sean Witherspoon himself has been involved with has
but he hasn't
trash.
done a Nike, though, so I kind of feel like if he did a Nike.
I mean, come on. Like, you can do better than that.
I mean, the Asics was all right. It wasn't trash. The shape of the shoe was bad. But,
It wasn't trash, but it was,
I liked the concept where you can change the thing.
Yeah, but it was the same thing as the 97s. Corduroy in different colors.
Yes,
that was it. It wasn't like...
Not the replaceable stuff.
I mean, yeah, of course, not the replaceable things. Well, technically, yes, because on the MX 97, isn't the tongue Velcro? The tongue got Velcro
Yeah,
things?
the patch. That's it. Fam, it's just a patch.
Hey.
You can replace the swoosh. I mean, not that I need to, because I think the shoe's flawless pretty much, but...
Hey.
Let's see. ALD 550s. Basketball shoe. Emilion.
Oh, did you try for them?
Nah.
Me neither. Why?
I'm disenchanted with them.
I feel like...
Now my anger has gone from you made me wait 9 months and you have my money the entire time to this is what you made. After all that time, y'all came with this.
Oh, what you got them in?
Damn, they suck. I haven't even opened the box because I saw pictures before it came in. And then when Rico put that pink one in the text thread, fam.
Tapes put a pink one and a green
Corey
one on his
Seager
feet.
home run, by the way, and I have a lot of Corey Seager cards, so hopefully the cards go like this to outer space.
Yes, and then if he goes 0 for 30 in the next one, then it goes like this.
I mean, he's about to sign like a $300 million contract this offseason, so hopefully I have the cards graded by then.
I wish Cortez said can't play baseball, because he might have a chance at that. Basketball, no.
Fam, there's no way you can. How old is he? 7?
8.
There's no way you can figure it out by 8 years old.
Oh, I can.
So, no, you can't.
I got the eye. Soccer? Oh, we're already headed to Italy or wherever we're playing. We're Barcelona. We're ready. I mean, averages like 4 goals a game. I mean, he's a child prodigy. I love him so much. He's my favorite kid. What shoe you talking about?
Emilion Dior.
Oh, you know what it is?
Or Door or whatever.
I was gonna do it.
You said, didn't
Do
you
you
say you
know-
don't like them no more? The company?
No, I love the company. Their clothes and everything are fire. What made it? What
but
made
that's
me?
not what
What
I
made
mean.
me not try it was you, because I was reading the fine print so thoroughly that I was like, okay, I'm too nervous to try to do this. And then Rico got in the thread, mother effer. You gotta, they charge your card. So I was like, dang it. I filled it out halfway and was like, I went back to click the terms. I read it. I made sure this didn't say pre-order, come in June. I was reading. I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna take the risk. I'm not doing it because I didn't want to pay for it. And that was only $140, but I didn't want to pay for it and wait till June next year and be heated. So I didn't do it. Tapes got them. Shout out to Tapes.
Oh,
Tapes
like
is everything.
the winning email?
Yeah,
you
he
mean?
got a winning email. So
Yeah, I mean, not that I've disliked the model, because obviously we've talked about this
Love
before.
it.
I think the model's nice, but it ain't for me. Damn, there's not many shoes to like that I care about much about anymore. I don't know what it is, but like obviously Jordan 1s, Air Max 1s, Dunk Lows, like all that will never change, stay the same.
I don't think nothing's really come out to like.
Well, yeah, there hasn't been a new model a wow model. or
It's not
whatever.
even a new model. It's just we only dunks and that's it. Like it's not like. There's plenty of things that come out that I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope, but I have no desire to buy it whatsoever. That's why this entire year is about going back. I'm trying to get roller derbies. I'm trying to get AirTech Challenge Australians. This came out in 2014. Like I'm trying to get almost 10 plus year old thing. When did roller derbies come out? 2012?
Probably 10. Let me see.
Good God. I'm trying to go back and get 11-year-old sneakers. Like that's how.
I mean, we were there. I think you bought a pair, didn't you? Would you sell it?
I didn't get a pair.
Oh, that was the one when the lady's credit card declined?
That was Shrimps.
Oh.
I remember we got those.
For some reason, I thought that was roller derbies because I had to
hate
have gotten
shrimps.
it. I had to have gotten it from there. Where else would I got it from?
I was mad disrespectful to Shrimps. Navy blue with the pink laces.
It's black.
Oh, it's black.
Yeah, it's black.
Oh, I was correct then.
Yeah, something about Shrimps doesn't look right. I mean,
No,
I think it's
something about it.
I think it's because like I still like the shoe, but I think there's something like the leather doesn't look right. Something wrong. with the
Yeah, I
leather.
don't like that. See, I thought it was navy blue last time you wore it. Oh. What else come out?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. StockX changed the thing now, and I can't tell what Where do you find out what year the shoe was made? It used to be right on the first page.
You got to click browse sneakers, and then it's on the side.
What do you mean browse sneakers? Fam, are you joking or are you?
No, I'm serious. At the top, because you got to hit browse, and then it gives a drop down on sneakers, streetwear, purses, watches, Legos.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm actually on the sneaker page.
Oh, I don't know.
But why? Product details. All it has is style code and colorway. It doesn't have the. Okay, here. Let me just do this. When was the first? 2012 was when the first pair sold. So
the first.
I don't think it was 2012.
I don't think it was 2012.
But either way.
Anyways,
here. Let me type roller derby release. I want to say 2010.
It gotta be. I think it might have been 12. What did I just say?
October 2011.
11. Okay.
I thought it was 2010, but
AirTech Channel Wimbledon's came out 2013, and then Australians came out
the cheapest roller derby price on GOAT is $350. So if you hopefully whoever you buying it from is not listening, yeah, of course. But whoever you buying it from is not listening because they'll probably raise the price on you.
And that's I think he knows because he was like, I don't want it too crazy, but he wanted $350 plus shipping. So
all right, I thought you said 300.
If he in Florida, it's gonna be about $335.
Shipping. You want to talk about what's expensive now?
Expensive. Shipping is out of control.
It used to be like $17 to ship anywhere.
I debated on trying to put sneakers in like a gigantic envelope and put a bunch of stamps on it. I was like, let's see what happens. Like Rocio was like, I got all these stamps. I was like, man, if I put like an entire roll on it, I'm not
the same price.
Fam, what else come out? Hyper Royal ones?
Yeah, Hyper Royal 1 comes out.
Do you want those to keep?
Obviously I want to get them and then open the box and be like, okay,
you know they fire
right now or later.
You know they fire.
I mean, you're probably right, but where am I going to wear it to? I don't know.
You can wear with that Dodgers.
If I get 4 pairs, if I get 2 GS and 2 adults, I'll keep one. I still have that black and white dunk, but I'm debating whether I do or not.
Oh, you're crazy. You better keep that. Because I'm debating on buying that from, shout out to Rerun, I think it's what it's called, in Mesa. Fam, they got like a bunch of them.
Oh, that link you sent? Yeah.
They got a bunch of them, and I think he had $290 maybe. And I was like, God, black and white ones.
Yeah, they're about $280
are
before.
Fun. Oh, you brought the black and white one? That joint is perfect.
The shape is good. The laces suck. The leather's not as good as the dunks that came out last year, but the shape is better.
No. The leather might be better than the ones that came out last year.
No, just the shape is better. There's something about the shoe
it's better than the Syracuse ones?
No,
it's better than St. John's ones?
The shape is better, but not the material.
I don't know about that.
Nah, the material is better. Trust me. I have both of them.
Black whites, Michigan Lows, Currys, Spartans.
Currys we all need. I mean, I want to sell something just to buy Currys, but then if I sell something, I'm gonna go spend it on sports cars, so it doesn't matter.
You need rehab.
Nah, I'm good because I'm not buying multiple things at the same time. I would need rehab if I was buying like sports cars and hats and shoes, but I haven't bought no hats and no shoes.
I bought 3 hats.
So I mean, yeah. So I've probably been spending the same amount of money as before, just. Like eBay is lit now instead of eBay used to not be lit and my other accounts be lit.
That everything?
I think so, unless you got something else on there. This says Yeezy Boost 700 Bright Blue comes out, but that's probably Europe or the date is wrong.
Oh, you like those? They cool.
I don't think it would make me happy as the yellow one would if I got the yellow one.
Better.
But it could be a replacement for some people. And this says Scream Greens come out on the 19th. I don't know. Is that this weekend?
Oh, yeah, the Hirachis. Fam, shout out to the homie Baltimore Tay. Posted a picture of them. I guess he already bought them earlier. Already got them. Oh, my God. The leather and the shape on this Hirachi looks absolute fire.
Yeah, the shape is good.
I'm going to have to sell something else to get these, though, unless my budget money come right or Dodge gives me a discount code or something. Because that Durango, if it breaks, this is the first time it's ever broke. Now, if something crazy happens again, it's done.
Okay, 19th is Monday. So
now, I did pre-order a Cybertruck, all right, but I can cancel that at any time.
Yes, and get your $100 back.
Yeah.
What comes out next week might be the shoe of the year, but we'll discuss it next Tuesday.
What is it? It comes out Monday? We talk about today anyways.
No, we got a show next week. Unless we not doing a show.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the raffle today.
It's just okay. Yes. But it says the shoe comes out on the 21st, which is we'll do a show by then.
If we don't get that for retail, we're not getting it. The prices on that is insane. Same.
Yeah, well, the pre-sale is not terrible compared to what I would expect it to be. A size 12 is only $1,300, so that means that means if it comes out, it's going to be like half that.
This could be a buy for $1,000.
Oh, I sent you the link on. Didn't I send you the picture today? Didn't I? What you call it? Unions are like this. Size 12. It's finally.
Would you put it in the thread? I didn't see it.
No, it took you. I thought.
Oh, nope. Must have been another Greg.
Yes, must have been another Greg. Maybe I never sent it.
This might be a spend the $1,300 on these. This Jordan 3 could have potentially get up to like 25. Maybe more.
It might be more than that.
I might have to go home and have a chit chat with Rocio. Like, yo, you want to buy about 3 or 4 of them? Let's see what happens. So, because I mean, come on, man. This Jordan 3 is insane.
I think the only thing that I would want to know first is production numbers, because the Union
4.
Yeah, the Union 4, like, if I could go back and buy it again, I probably wouldn't get a 13, because it seems like, with most shoes, the production numbers are lower, so if you get a 13, you're fine. But with these, it seems like all the people we know who want them are like thoughts who wear like between like 8 and 11 and a half. So like, for some reason, the bigger sizes didn't do well, and I think it's because the production numbers were super higher.
I feel like
13 in the Jordan 1, fam. To the moon.
Well, we might as well talk about it right now then. So, Maniere, special release, Whitner, I think his name is Whitner, the owner of it or creator of Maniere, whatever his name is.
I don't think so, is it?
I think it's John Whitmer? I don't know. But he was on like Complex or something like that, and he was talking about the special release for women. Now, today, the actual information came out on what they're going to do for this special release. He had said that women are going to be excited on how he's going to try to release these to make sure that women get them in hand. Now, look.
Okay, so wait, before you give the point, since I don't know the answer to it, and probably some of the listeners don't, just talk about first, like, why, before you give your opinion, why is that happen? Like, was the original design based on a woman thing, or or they made the shoe for a woman, or why is that?
Oh, no. Like, I mean, I already looked at a little bit of it, but like, he basically about the women who raised him. It's an inspiration about the women who raised him in his life. That's the whole
right. So it was inspired.
Yeah, inspired by like women who raised him, whatever. Right. So then he said that, obviously talking about the sneaker climate and the culture and how crazy it is and all that.
Right.
He said that he wanted to make sure that women have the opportunity to get these sneakers, which, okay, he said that.
If that was his point in the design, I don't mind.
No, the point of the design is perfectly fine. His thing was getting the sneakers in women's hands.
Right. I don't mind that.
Oh, no, I don't mind it, but you can't. It's impossible. It's not a...
No. You have to go in the store. You didn't read that, right?
No, I did.
You didn't see that?
So, here's the thing. You got to hit the link and you set up an appointment or whatever, like a raffle thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. There's only 3 places. D.C., Atlanta, Houston.
Right.
Ruby, shout out to Ruby Maniere. She sent me the link to it. I forgot to listen to her voice messages because I told her it's halfway done correctly. It's whack. I mean, it's still one of those not big city biases, but like, I mean, I get what you're trying to do, but if you ain't living in D.C., Houston, Atlanta, I mean, you kind of... That's it. Like, you ain't getting it. All right. Now, there's a general release
in those cities, though. People will come from outside the area too.
Oh, of course.
But like in those cities, they accomplished what they were trying to accomplish.
DC is one of them. I mean, that's a combination of Virginia, Maryland, all that.
Delaware's close. Jersey's close. Philly's close.
I remember when I was in Chicago for a release, everybody came across from Detroit and everywhere to Indiana and stuff to come get whatever the pair of Chicago.
I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure you remember what they told you when you went in to pick your Yeezy 2s up. You remember what the dude told you?
Yeah.
Like, people came from like Seattle and Texas and stuff.
Flew from Portland and stuff like that. I mean, it's dope, I guess. I mean, you can't handle somebody trying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's dope or not dope. I'm just saying I understand. Like, I'm cool with the idea. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it. I feel like it's like it's one of those like.
Now, if you said it was a 100% women's shoe and it was in women's sizes only, then I absolutely would support all the women getting it.
See,
because why should I care about the male thoughts get the shoe? Right. Like yes, there's like Off-White women's sale, Jordan 4. The shoe is fire. They made it up to a 16. So obviously they didn't make it exclusively for women. Like that wasn't the point of that shoe. So dudes
Wait,
getting
a 16 in men or a 16 in women?
I think they made it to like a 16.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think. I don't know.
16
I
men?
know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think so. Okay. I don't know. I know they made it like an extended size run or whatever. So like some women's shoes, they do that with. So, you know, if they do that, like at least Leslie might wear like a 15. But other than that, like who's wearing that?
See, that was
so
the
they
thing.
made it for dudes.
That was the thing that like I did kind of feel a little bad for, because I know a lot of women personally who don't wear in that quote unquote women block. They wear like a 10 in men, you know, 9.5 in men, you know. Right. So I do feel bad for them in that sense. I was even watching this thing with a few WNBA.
Yeah, but you probably can. You saying for this release or in general?
In general.
Oh.
So like even with like I saw a few WNBA women, they were talking about, they were like, we still can't get. They were like, if I wore a 13, you know, I wore
a men's 13 or a women's 13. A women's 13 would still be an 11.5, which Nike doesn't make in the women's sizing. I think it ends at 12.
It might have been a men's.
Bless you. I mean, a woman who's 6'5" is still going to have a men's size foot or whatever. You know what I mean? It's going to be a big foot.
Well, they were just basically saying like they couldn't even get they had a hard time getting the women's sell ones because all the men were buying the Jordan 4 cells or whatever. I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. It's one of those things where like, I mean, if I really want them, I'm going to have my wife or my girlfriend or whomever going to go get it. Like, you really can't combat it as much as you possibly can.
Did the announcement have the size run in there where they... I thought it did have the size run where, like, the biggest size was, like, a woman's 11 or 10 or something.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Didn't that thing?
Let me see. Man, my allergies are out of control.
You might have COVID again.
No, okay. First, I got the vaccine. 1. And 2, Cortez now, since club soccer is outside, they're out there running around that dusty... dead grass in Arizona, so I'm out there breathing in all that dust. It don't have the sizing on here. Oh, you know what? It says nothing. It just says you need to have a ID, and it emphasized strictly women.
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing it in person, then they're not going to let a guy show up. But yes, a woman certainly could go get it for her husband or boyfriend or whatever.
I seen somebody say, "What if I identify as a woman?" I was like, "Well, I mean, what can you do? If I show up there in a wig and a bra, what you gonna tell me?" Like, I feel like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, if someone is clearly like trans or something, I don't think they're gonna be like, "You're not a woman." But if someone is in a costume, I think you might be able to tell.
I think you might be able to tell. I'm not gonna be shocked if we don't see a few men up there dressed like that. I'm not lying to you.
Oh, no, of course it will. Somebody's gonna try something. That's just. I mean, fam, people are doing it for sports cars now. Like I said, people camping overnight 10 hours. You might only get one thing for $20 that sells for $160. Is it worth camping that long for $140? To me,
like
no.
Camping out for a lottery ticket when it comes to cars. That's what it seems like. I mean, it just seems like everybody's waiting.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't think any of those people are opening it. That's what I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make with the new Prism and everything coming out. I don't think anyone camping is opening it for themselves, unless they have like a YouTube channel or something where they're like, "Hey guys, look what I got." Everyone camping, and the thing that I heard, I don't know if I talked about it on the show before, but hobby card shops are paying people to camp out, buy it, and bring it to their store, or if they or they're paying to have it in their store, like, which to me doesn't make any sense, because if you can sell it for $160 on, like, say StockX, and after say you sell it for $160, you're probably gonna end up getting like $140 or close to that. So in order to make it worth it, you would have to tell that hobby shop you need at least $140 or $135 or whatever, because why would you give it to them for anything less? And why would they pay more, because they can't make the money back?
Hobby shops being involved in that.
Yeah, it's the worst part.
It just seems
because they already get stuff at wholesale.
It's too much work.
Well, it's also it's just not.
No,
from an integrity standpoint, it's not good. Anyways, back to
yeah, I don't see the sizing on here.
I thought somebody texted or something. Yeah, it's not on this, but I thought someone texted that there was only certain sizes or whatever in
I hope Ruby gets a pair. I mean, that's the only person I know in Houston that's a woman. So
the funniest thing, like, Hannah had asked Ruby to put in on the Grinch thing today for a size 12, and I was like, no, I already have a size 12. Like, I need a 12 and a half. I was like, if she gets it, just tell her to resell it. I don't need another 12.
I was like, yeah, I got to get these. I mean, This might be a sell 5 pairs.
I'll be honest. If I got that, I probably would hold it, and then
Got what?
If I got the Maniere, I probably would hold it and then either trade or sell for
A Union 1?
I mean, I didn't think about that, but I guess if it got there, sure. But no, I'm thinking white, gray Jordan 1 low, and like say you went to a store or you knew someone who had both pairs. I would get Curry lows and white, gray Jordan 1 low. I would trade for that.
You would trade that for both of those?
I'm saying if the prices were equivalent or somewhere close.
That. If Jordan 1 lows get past Dunk, and I'm talking...
Well, the high is still $525. The low is going to be high. I mean...
My natural gray one?
Fam, look at the prices of like black reds and stuff that we copped in 2015. All of them joints are through the roof.
I'm going to tell you this.
I mean, it's different, but they were re-releasing the one that only came out overseas. Like, I think I think it's going to be 400 plus. Easy. And the Currys are 400 plus. So, like, you talking about like maybe someone... if you have the Maniere, maybe you get a couple hundred on top or something.
I gotta figure out something to get a pair of these. Now, the only reason why I would keep these and hold it for a little bit is because, like I said, I own one Jordan 3, and I do not like wearing Jordan 3s at all. But this is clearly one of the better Jordan 3s. Now, if this was...
Like I said, it's probably shoe of the year at this point.
And I don't have... And Sale 4s haven't grown on me. But... I would have probably kept the Sale 4.
I think this is better than Sale 4.
Oh, this blows Sale 4s out of the water.
Well, I'm saying from someone who likes Sale 4, you don't necessarily like it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's whack.
I think it's better.
I can see why everybody else likes it. Look, a lot of boyfriends and husbands going to be wives, girlfriends going to be out there trying to do it. I get it. I understand it. The locations of these are like wild. I mean, it's Atlanta, Houston. You're going to have people from outside everywhere trying to get it. Now, unless your driver's license has to say Atlanta or Houston. I don't know if a driver's license says DC. Do a driver's license says DC?
For what?
Like, would a driver's license say
that's
DC?
a good question. I've never thought about that.
Because now if it says your driver's license, your ID has to say Houston, has to say Atlanta, that would be fire.
They didn't say that, did they?
It didn't say it, but that would be way better. You have to be a Houston.
I think it was just women. I don't think it was like you have to be local.
I think it should be local, and I think it should be women. That'd be much better. Now, DC, I don't know how DC
Yeah, but say they got a bazillion pairs. They might not even get enough people to come in to make up for it.
I hope they got a bazillion pairs, because I need a 9. I need 11.5 in women's. Secret sneaker of the week is for Shoe MGK is Air Tech Challenge 2.
Okay, explain that again.
If you would like a premium shoe care kit from Shoe MGK, send me your address with the secret sneaker of the week, which is Air Tech Challenge 2.
Oh, so they just got to say that. What you're saying?
All they got to do is message that to me, their address, Air Tech Challenge 2, to let me know they listen to the podcast.
That. Okay, now I understand the first come first serve because you are making them watch the show.
They got to listen to the episode because I could have said that the very last word. Yeah. That's the sneak that's pop out. Air Tech Challenge 2. I could have. Yeah. But Air Tech Challenge 2 on your address, the first 5 people that message that to me.
I like it. We don't need to randomize it. That makes sense. Make people pay attention. I got it.
Nike is supposed to sell resale. Let's talk about Warren Lotus real quick.
Why is it the Suns? He's not from here, is he? I don't understand anything about it.
Somebody was quite offended that you had called all them losers.
Who's that? Who did I call losers? The people who...
Everybody was in line at night. First of all, I didn't know it was coming out here.
Who said that? Didn't I text that in the thread, or did I say that somewhere? Oh, did I write it on the...
You said it somewhere.
Did I write it on social media? Oh.
I think you said something. You said loser or something.
I haven't been on the show, so... someone dry snitched.
I said... I mean, look, I knew this was happening, but, like, we had found out it was happening, like, on a Monday, and the drop happened here on a Saturday or something. Like, the line was wrapped around the entire arena. It looked like they were trying to go see WWE Raw or something, like, or whatever it's called.
Probably resellers.
There are quite a few out here being resold at a few stores. I saw for, like, $100, $150. I don't know how much the T-shirt is. It's not even that. You know what it is? I just feel like the Suns enjoy being corny. Like, I just don't understand the Phoenix Suns. They are in second place in the West, which the Suns haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. Fam, I didn't know the Suns had been in the playoffs 10 years. Why are the Suns and Warren Lotus and the Suns, what is with them celebrating this Devin Booker shot steal? Fam, they didn't even make the playoffs in that. He made one shot at the buzzer and went back home out of the bubble. Why do they keep celebrating that? The team is in second place. Why did they make a Chris Paul shirt or a new Devin Booker shirt for this year or Aiden? I don't understand why they call it the final shot. They're trying to make it like the last shot.
Again, why is it Warren Lotus?
Why is it Warren Lotus? Why is it the Suns? I don't even know nothing about Warren Lotus. Like, is he from here? Fam, that's what makes me so annoyed with Arizona fans. Like, I just don't get it. Devin Booker made a buzzer beater that meant nothing. And it's commemorated with a Warren Lotus t-shirt, which is hilarious. So many big moments have happened in Suns history. He could make a Warren Lotus, Kevin Johnson dunking on Elijah Wan shirt. Something. Barkley, something. Devin Booker, the final shot. It had the final shot. Get out of here with that. It ain't the last shot. It ain't the same. It don't mean nothing. They didn't make the playoffs.
Even Jordan's shot wasn't the last shot. Like, I understand why they call it that. But
right.
But you can make an argument
it was the last shot of his career.
Bull's career. But even still, you can make an argument that it's
right.
Stupid calling that, let alone for the Suns to be calling something a last shot.
And the shirt looks like the worst quality of every possible T-shirt you could think of. It ain't made by 47. It's made by worse than Gildan. Kevlar. I don't even know what it is. Nike supposedly selling used sneakers now or refurbished sneakers now.
Yeah, so I had texted on the thread about that with you guys, and what I meant was, if you're number one, people cleaning the shoe, and number two, people grading the shoe, then that means you got to pay those employees. You have overhead for that. You got to pay employees to do that stuff.
Wait, so
unless they're sending it out to somebody.
Wait, so you think this is like a new thing? See, you've never looked at the outlet and seen a dirty shoe?
I just assume someone put their shoe in the box and then walked out with it.
I've seen that before. I've thought that before, but there have been somewhere it was like, no, it's for sale, and they were dirty. Now, we've talked about on this podcast.
But why has
before.
no one ever talked about it, though?
We have. We've always talked about it, like dirty shoes being here.
No. I'm saying, why has no one talked about the specifics of the program?
Well, no, see, that was, so Tapes was messaging me, and you had put in a thread thing, and I was like, don't they always do this?
I don't think so. I think it's new.
Well, so it's 3 levels. So like you said, I guess they make this determination. But
like, why wouldn't the box be marked?
Well, I honestly think they're just like, all right, we already sell them. We might as well give them special boxes. To me, I was just like, they already do this. It said, one of the third things says cosmetically flawed. Ain't that just a B grade? They don't do B grades anymore?
I assume so.
I thought that was just a B grade.
No, B grade is still brand new. It just has a stamp on it.
Yeah, but they always go to the outlet.
B grade is something that comes from the factory flawed.
Right.
But it's still brand new now.
It says cosmetically flawed, no wear, but imperfect.
Yeah, but you're saying that thing also says people are cleaning and grading the shoe. Why would you need to clean and grade a shoe?
Okay, see, it said 3 levels. Like new means no signs of wear or flaws. Isn't that just a return?
I guess.
I don't understand this.
You can sell that for brand new, though.
If you bought a sneaker, never wore it, took it back to the store, no wears, no flaws. That's just a return. And then they put it on the outlet shelf and sell it.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, gently worn, light wear, or cosmetic flaw. I mean, Nike has always done that since we were little kids. You could wear it for a while. You could pop the air
they've
bubble.
always had the return policy, but I don't think they've resold those. I think they've sent them back to corporate.
Well, I always thought I just assumed those dirty pairs. I did assume people did switch their shoes for a few, and some have been for sale. I just thought like they were like, oh, these are okay. They're not too bad. We'll sell them. I just already assumed that.
I never would have. Why would have? No one would have.
I don't know. I just assumed that. Maybe I'm wrong. But then even the third one, the cosmetic flaw. This is to me where somebody gets a pair of, they win Travis Scott's on sneakers, and they're like, oh my God, look at all this glue. That's what that is, right? What does this mean? I don't know what this means.
I mean, that's not worn, though. That's just a factory flaw. That's QC flaw.
Cosmetic.
Yeah, but you also reading something that says lightly worn.
No. Cosmetically flawed, no wear, but imperfect.
That's number 1. But number 2.
No, that's number 3. That's the third level. Number 1 is like new, never been worn, no flaws.
Yeah,
that's a return.
Yeah,
whatever.
And then number 2, you said lightly worn.
Number 2, gently worn.
Yeah,
light wear or cosmetic flaw.
Yeah, so I mean that's been worn.
Okay, I thought that meant like, I ran around the block at them and they just hurt my feet.
I mean, that's warm.
Oh, okay. Number 3, cosmetically flawed, nowhere but imperfect.
I'm not buying used shoes from the manufacturer unless it's heat and like been worn to try on.
Well, see, that's the thing, because in all the posts about this new program, I looked on Forbes, CNN, everywhere. The picture, the sneaker they had in a box was a Jordan 1 UNC women's. I was like, first of all, that's not going back. Like, you're not gonna have an opportunity to get that.
Someone might return that.
Nobody is returning any of what we consider heat.
I mean, I returned those ones that rub off and turn pink. Those gray from New York to
definitely.
LA's or whatever. I'm just saying, I think you returned them too.
Yeah, because they suck.
Nah, they don't suck. We made a mistake. It's okay to announce.
No. I wanted the other ones. We tried for both.
I understand,
both
but they don't suck. To me, that's a better one.
No, it's not.
It is.
Oh, wow. Those for baby girls. Look, I don't know what this means. I mean, now, like, if they reflating the air bubbles or something, I don't know, man. I ain't copping those. All right. First of all, I don't believe this. They already do this. I just bought two.
So.
I bought Ghost Racers. I bought Ghost Racers a few weeks ago to work in. I looked for my size. Cool. I had them. Cool. Got them home. Looked at them. Filthy. All right.
Well, they're made in factories. I mean,
No, they were filthy. Inside the shoe was white, and I was like, man, somebody been wearing these joints. Now, luckily, they didn't fit me. I took them back, got a 10. I looked all the 10s. I was like, what the 10? All been worn. Like, I'm talking about worn, not like tried on. Like, they were worn. Like, worn. And I was like, oh God, I found one that wasn't worn. Laces still tied up. All the laces were loosened on most of them. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll take that one. It was brand new, not worn. Ain't that the same thing?
I mean, how much was it?
$39.
Oh, okay, so it was way off regular price.
Yeah, but it was on like the main shelves at Nike. It was at the Tanger. It wasn't like in the back with no lid. I got a lid and everything. I got a real box. You should go buy them. Workout shoes, man. Shout out to Nike.
Last thing I need is more workout shoes.
All the boosts we got.
No, but if the point is, if it's brand new and they're paying people, what I was saying in the thread is Nike took all those. So I'm assuming you saw that. I think it came out like last week or 2 weeks ago. Nike's revenue
that's what you were talking
income was like the highest it's ever been in company history, because they closed all those mom and pop accounts and then kept that product that would have gone to them in the past for like, the wholesale is half price, and then
Right.
So now they're selling it on their own website and they're making double. So maybe that's where they're getting the revenue from to pay these people to clean and grade sneakers, if it's
maybe.
a new thing.
Maybe, because I just didn't view it as a new thing. I just thought it was like outlets selling stuff. It gave a list of locations.
I mean, I've never seen a used shoe at a Nike and been like, oh yeah, I understand why it's used. I thought it was just someone stole. They took the ones they had on, put up there, and put the other ones on and dipped.
Maybe. When I was there buying those racers, it was a woman that had brought just 2 pairs, no box, 2 pairs. And she was like, yeah, I don't like these. She clearly had at least hit the treadmill twice in them. And now they turned around and threw them in that little bucket that's behind the counter. But I just figured they're going to take them joints, stuff some paper in it, get a little brush off, throw it in a box, and put them on the show, a sticker. Oh, you know what? Where's that sticker at? Real quick. You know what? Where is that email at? I told this cat, which I think it was the same cat. I don't know. Do you see that email I sent? So in the thread.
Copy me on it? Oh.
So I took a screenshot and put in the thread. So let me just read this email real quick. Shout out to everybody who's still using listener suggestions. One day we'll actually use them.
Oh, yeah, the screenshot you talking about?
I don't remember where it was. So this cat said...
talking about New Balance is the number.
Oh, yeah. So this cat says, and I think it's this cat I was arguing with.
Let's have a podcast and not talk about Nike, the number one shoe, everything in the history of shoes.
I think it's the same guy I was arguing with on Instagram. I don't know. But, like, I was using... He had, like, a Russian flag or, like, a Soviet flag for his... What's that called?
Oh, Avatar?
Avatar. Yeah, 1 follower. But he had nothing. I don't know who it was. Clearly made the account. And I was, like, describing Nike and stuff in war terms. I was being a jerk. But... Because he had that Soviet flag.
Sounds like it.
But... He said...
Yes, you said it was the German army in 1941.
Well, no. I said the show... He said... This is the email we got.
I mean, fam, we were the underdogs in WW2. I don't know. A lot of people know that.
He said... oh, yeah, we were. Well...
Yeah, we were the underdogs. Fam, were these all open?
I don't know if I'll be drinking anything here.
You drink these all
He
the time.
said, the show is great, and I can't take that away from you. You, George, Rico, and Andy clearly know your stuff. You guys set the bar on sneaker entertainment. Thank you very much, sir. He said, but you guys are dumbasses. That's always funny to me. For not talking about New Balance way more. New Balance is by far leading in every single category when it comes to sneakerheads. If you're still riding with Nike as the leader in your buying power, then y'all need to wake up.
I mean, I'm definitely a dumbass, but not for that reason. Like, I'm just a dumbass in general.
Fam, I told this cat, right? I was like, and I was being a jerk to him because his avatar was like the USSR or something. I was being a jerk. But I was like, look, man, New Balance is like missiles. That's what I told him. I said, New Balance is like a missile. All right, it'll come out of nowhere. All right, destroy your whole city. All right, you'd be like, dang, it came out of nowhere. Emmeline Dior, 550. You'd be like, you weren't even expecting it. They just drop a fire New Balance retro or a fire New Balance. You'd be like, dang, that killed the game. That joint selling for $500, killed it. And I said, Adidas is like an AK-47. He was. I said, Adidas, it works on the water, works in the dirty, works in the sand. I said, Adidas, they just keep dropping Ultra Boost and HU. They say, this working for us. We don't want to get too crazy. We don't get too wild. They AK-47. You can rely on it. You can count on it. You can count on a pair of Ultra Boost, and you can count on it to go on sale. I said, Puma. And I was being a jerk. No offense to anybody who's Canadian. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to Sneaker Dad Podcast. Shout out to you guys. I said, Puma like Canadians. Puma just sees everybody making all this noise, and they just like, you know what? We just gonna hang back. We got some fire heat, but we ain't gonna do nothing about it. We'll let them all, whatever. We just gonna stay back and be in the cut, quiet, whatever. I said Nike is a goddamn atomic bomb. Okay, like when we were I said Nike is literally a nuclear bomb. All Nike has to do, let's say New Balance was really making some noise to Nike, just like they did with Ultra Boost. I remember when we were, and we've talked about this podcast before, we were looking for Ultra Boost like crazy people. NMD's Ultra Boost. Then you know what happened? Nike created Air Max Day. Air Max Day, people think Air Max Day's been around for a long time. Air Max Day started in 2014. All right? They came out with the OG
Air Max Zero, I think.
OG Air Max 1 with that neon yellow and the tongue at the 326 on it.
Oh, that was the first time?
That was the very first Air Max Day. Then the second one was Air Max Zero, an Air Max model that was supposed to be like what the original never came out, Tinker design. Don't know if I believe that or not, but it is what it is. And then that same year, they dropped a sneaker we thought we'd never have the opportunity to get again. And it came in a Jordan 3 pack. It was the Safari Elephant Air Max 1. Nike will always be an atomic bomb. Like, I don't care if New Balance could come up with the most undestructible fire heat of all time. The most missiles, they could shoot the most missiles ever. And Nike will say, you know what, let the skunks loose. Let skunks SB loose. And destroy the entire game. Like, so quit talking to me about this New Balance nonsense. And you go, somebody else was like, oh man, George is the New Balance god. And I was like, yes, we love New Balance. I said, we love New Balance, but New Balance will never come. There is no sneaker company that's current or in the future that will ever come close to Nike. I'm sorry. Nike can never.
Like maybe like 500 years after we're dead or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, Nike went out of business. Like, if Nike's still around, they can't. They can't. Yeah, these kids, these young kids are running around buying sneakers that we bought when we were kids from '89. Why would a kid now, they talk about how old we are and things are old and this is old. Fam, you got on Jordan 4s. They came out in 91? Whatever Force came out. Like, you can't call me 89. Old. Like, don't call me old. Your sneakers older than mine. I'm wearing, like, come on. I hate that, man. And then some other cat was like, yo, why do I think the sneaker game is so messed up? And I said, man, it's the internet. Like, the internet messed up everything, okay? Like, it just did. And he was like, oh, I don't know about that. I said, fam, my son, I said, you know how bad the internet is? My son can't even play video games unless another person's on there with them. If he turns it on and no other friend is on there, he gets off of it. I was like, we used to play video games to beat the bad guy. Like, you go to level 1, the goal is to get to level 2 and 3 and beat the bad guy and save the princess. And he gets on there. Hello? Anybody on? Anybody online? Okay, nope. He turns it off. I'm like, fam, why didn't you just play the game? Oh, no, my friends were on. That's how bad this stuff is. That's neither here nor there. Nike can literally, there are sneakers from Nike we haven't even ever seen yet released. Look how people acted for Bull 5s. Like, I couldn't decide if I wanted them or not because I think you and I probably would have bought them about, 7 years ago, 8 years ago? These came out in what, originally? When these come out? 2000?
Which one?
Bull 5s, red 5s.
They
came out in a pack.
2007, maybe?
And they came out in 2007. Nike waited.
Oh, let's see.
Fam, Nike waited double-digit years to retro those again. There are other Jordans that have retroed multiple times in that block of time. The same ones that retroed multiple times in that box. Cement floors have retroed like 2 or 3 times.
2009.
In that block. 2009.
And I think they went. So, people tell stories all the time about those going to outlets.
Oh, I think they did. I think a few of them. And nobody wanted the black pair, the 3M pair. Everybody wanted the pack, but they wanted the red pair. Right. When me and you were talking about red sneakers one time, somebody made the point on YouTube or Instagram, and they said, I think Raging Bulls was the first one to do the all red. Now, it wasn't all red, but it was the OG red. I don't think Yeezy 2s had even came out yet that year. So 2009, Yeezy 2s came out in what, 2011? Something like that? Fam, like I said, Nike can drop AirTech Challenge 2 lows. They've never retro those before. They got Rodmans they haven't dropped. They got runners they've never released. There's their Air Maxes that have never dropped yet, at least properly yet, in this top block of time. There are so many SB Dunks, and I said, you know what the difference is between a Nike and like an Adidas and New Balance? When a Nike drops let's say Nike dropped a Skunk SB. If we don't get it, you know what we say? Oh, shoot, what's next? Like, oh, shoot, they must got to drop Newcastle soon. They got to drop Nike drop What the Dunks, Earth would shatter. If they dropped Tiffany Lows again, come on. Like, you can't lose with Nike and you can't beat Nike. Period. I don't care what anybody says. You can't beat Nike.
Yeah, I don't understand
there are a lot of people out there like...
I don't understand the point of the email.
I don't either. Well, I think he argued with me. He was arguing with me on Instagram, and I was really ignoring him. And I was giving these exam, and I was like, I ain't got time for this.
But it's not even. There's. I mean, I'm trying to think of a different example. I don't know if there is another example on planet Earth. Nike might be the biggest example of like dominance on planet Earth of like anything.
It clearly is. The only thing I think of next would be Windows. I mean, Microsoft might be at the monopoly in a lot of businesses. I mean, people are converting.
I think Nike's bigger than they are.
Oh, no. I think Nike might. I don't know.
I think Nike's bigger.
I mean, you got a monopoly on like Word, and even if you have an Apple computer, you prefer to use Word and Excel and stuff.
Big. No, not me.
Even with my Apple, I bought Word, Excel, and all that stuff.
Oh! You're talking about Office Suite. You're not talking about.
I'm not talking about
you're talking about operating system.
No. I bought an Apple computer, but I still want Word, Excel, PowerPoint.
Yeah.
It's a monopoly.
Well, Microsoft still makes money somehow because you don't even need to talk about the Office Suite. They have there's some like program they build or software they own that you don't know they own that is running on an Apple computer. I mean, it's a handshake deal type thing.
But yeah, shout out for the email, whatever. Like I said, and this is for anybody who listens to this podcast, don't ever think New Balance or Adidas or anybody can surpass. Like, when Nike felt a little tad bit of pressure from Adidas with the Ultra Boost, they dropped atomic bombs, and now I look on Boost links and Soul links, and they be like, "Yo, the new Ultra Boost just dropped." You read the comments with bricks dead. Boost is dead. Cats were out here screaming 3 stripes over swoosh. Like, come on, man. Fam, I think we even was like, ooh, I don't know. we was, don't act like we wasn't, boy. We was heavy on the Boost, boy. I bet you the first 100 episodes, between a block of episodes, it was all Ultra Boost. It was all Adidas.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever said like
it was
they'll
close.
Surpass Nike. We talked about on the episode how Adidas surpassed Jumpman. But see, that's a good example for how big Nike is. They separated the other half of their company off, and Adidas only passed the separated part. And imagine if you put those two together.
Adidas, if it didn't have Yeezy, would be into major trouble. Like, I just don't even. I don't even know how they survive, to be honest with you. They're coming out with some stuff that people are like considering a little bit more, but like the Forum lows, those sell out pretty quick. Like all those Forum 84 lows, remember the ones you had talked about, the sticker product?
Oh yeah, they make plenty of good product, but that's not the question. I mean, the question
I'm not paying full price for it. Now, when I catch a Forum for $67,
sure,
copped. But $130?
Sure, that's a decent example. But I mean,
fam, I got 20 plus Ultra Boost in the closet, 18 DS. I got 6 4D sneakers, 5 DS. New Balance over Nike. Man, if y'all don't stop. What else you talking about? You want to do top 10? You make a top 10 or no?
Nope. But we can still do it, though.
How are we going to do it if you don't got one?
Because I'll make it right now.
I got nothing else. I mean, look. PJ Tucker is coming out with a Kobe 6. I have no idea why.
Oh, he's from North Carolina, by the way.
PJ Tucker's from North Carolina?
Yeah.
God, what's up with him,
He went
man?
to high school in North Carolina.
Fam, this cat is from North Carolina.
I don't know why
Michael
he just didn't
Jordan.
go to North Carolina.
Because he's not that good at basketball.
Well,
he wasn't that good in college. He was.
Yeah, he was. But he was a top whatever recruit. He could have gone to North Carolina if he wanted to.
Fam.
I remember. Obviously, I'll follow recruiting. I remember him in college. He was a.
I remember him in college.
He was a no, but I'm saying like going into college and whatever else. He was a top tier recruit. I think he played McDonald's All-American game or something like that, or some kind of one of them All-Star games.
It's amazing that like
I just made that.
There's
up, I'm pretty sure I've seen him.
There's a lot of players like that who were in high school who were just unreal stars in high school, and at some point, I don't understand what happens to that. What happens to that, or what's the reason for that? Like a PJ Tucker in high school probably averaged about 27 points a game. But then you go to college.
Figuring that out.
College, he goes to maybe we'll give him 15 a game, and then the NBA, he goes to like 7. Like, how does that happen? Like, Kenny Smith in college, I think, averaged like 30 points a game, 35 points a game. College, he was all right. You know, he averaged about 18, maybe somewhere around there. That might be a little high. Then he goes to Sacramento. No, Sacramento Kings back then. I don't know if that counts, but he averaged like I think less than 12. And then with the Rockets, became a role player, averaged I think the highest he ever got to. I think one time with the Kings, they got to like maybe 21 a game, something like that. But he was out there with Mitch Richmond, not Mitch Richmond, but a lot of people in that, Clyde Drexler, a lot of people in that. Anyways, I don't know how that happens. PJ Tucker is coming out with the Kobe 6 that is supposedly, I read telling his story.
I know how PJ Tucker gets a shoe. I don't know how PJ.
I know how he gets
Fam, I was just looking at when I was trying to figure out where he lived. PJ Tucker didn't play in the NBA for the first, I think, 7 years he was a pro.
I didn't know he was overseas at one point.
Like he went. Oh, he was overseas in like 8 different locations.
I didn't even know that.
So the first 2 years he was a pro, he was technically on an NBA roster or like they had his rights or whatever. I don't think he played. I didn't look his stats up. But I think he was drafted in or finished college in 06. And he didn't sign, his NBA current run didn't start till 2012 with the Suns. That's how long PJ Tucker was not at the highest level of basketball as a professional.
I can understand why PJ Tucker has a sneaker.
His story is crazy. Like how many guys go that long without playing the NBA and then all of a sudden they play in the NBA for like the next 10 years?
Well, maybe he deserves a Kobe then. I understand PJ Tucker having a sneaker.
It doesn't mean he deserves a shoe. I mean,
you said you can see why he deserves a shoe.
No. Because he's on. Because all the blog thoughts like him. Like, I can understand why he has a shoe from the perspective of the shoe, not the perspective of he's good.
I can understand PJ Tucker having a hyper somebody, a hyper rev, a hyper run. Why does he get a sneaker from some might say the greatest basketball player of all time? Why does he get a Kobe sneaker? I don't understand that. Like, I get it. They might have been homies and they had the same Nike rep and yada, yada, yada. Why does PJ Tucker get to tell his story on Kobe Bryant sneaker, fam? That joint is called the Texas to Toronto sneaker. And it starts out as Texas burnt orange and gradiates until another color like the Raptors pink or something like that. And
so I didn't know he played. I didn't know he. I'm not gonna. Well, maybe he was drafted in the second round, but his first NBA team in 06-07 was the Raptors. I didn't know that.
See, I didn't know I didn't know at what point he was there, but I knew he played on there. Fam, look, God bless PJ Tucker, all right? But he was from North Carolina, which is even though Jordan's from Brooklyn, we consider Jordan from North Carolina.
He's born in Brooklyn, but he grew up in North Carolina.
Right. And then Kobe sneak, like, why is he from North Carolina? I'm just messing around. I'm hating now. But look, PJ Tucker got no business being on no Kobe. That's one. Two, it's talking about the sneaker is dedicated to his hard work, to show the hard work, fam. Stop it. All right. You might have been good in high school. You was okay in college. And you suck in the NBA. I think he's out for the season. Like, he got traded to the Bucks, and he's only played maybe like 2 games. I haven't been able to do PJ Tucker stat watch in about a month. Shout out to PJ Tucker. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Shout out to PJ.
Man, my hats are dropping like crazy right now. We got to make a fitted ASAP.
I mean, they keep telling you they want to make one. I've been gone out of town. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
You never know what's going on.
You might be right.
You got a top 10 list or no?
I got top 4.
Fine, let's do 5 then. Want to do top 5?
Nah, just do 10, and if you say something that should go on my list, then I'll put it on there.
I don't have anything additional to add. There was a couple things else on the list. Shout out to Shoe MGK.
This is not as deep as I expected all their collabs to be.
I thought Undefeated had way more collabs than that. Shout out to Shoe MGK. Let's do top 10 list, and I'll do mine first. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, listen to this podcast. We appreciate everybody who cares when we don't do an episode. That's really nice of you guys. I mean, I know you don't ever see the DMs and stuff like that because you don't want to, but it's overwhelming sometimes, the DMs and stuff that come in. Like, it's unbelievably overwhelming sometimes. I'm like, God, I can't get to all of them, and I appreciate it, and I'm not even trying to say it to like gloat or brag or nothing like that, but like, it shows how much hard work we put into this show, and I definitely appreciate it. Top 10 undefeated sneakers to us. Now, I don't know how many George's gonna have because he didn't make a list, but I'm gonna do my 10 first. You might not even know what some of these are. Number 10, I got the Ultra Boost 1.0, the black that has the white Undefeated in words across the toe box.
Mookie Betts is back, home run. Hey, Mookie Betts.
He's been. I'll tell you who sucks with the Nationals. The Nationals haven't scored. They've been shut out 3 times this year.
The Dodgers shut out twice in that series.
Yeah, I was like, how y'all been shut out 3 times already this year? They suck. All right. Kershaw was dealing in that one game, boy. Only 5 hits. Number 9, I got the Kobe 5-pack. Now, you, for some odd reason, think those Kobe's are just awesome. They are aight.
Well, it's higher on my list, but I shouldn't say my list because the list doesn't exist. But
number 8,
number 10. You only had 9.
Number 10, I got Ultra Boost 1.0 black with the Undefeated across the toe box.
Right.
Number 9, I got Kobe 5-pack. They are aight.
No, they're fire.
Number 8, I got the Air Max 97 black that came out at Complex Con. The only reason I got it so low, I like the shoe, but they look like Gucci. That white and black one, that black, green, and red, I like Gucci. Number 7, I got the ZX 8000 Bape that just came out last year or early this year. Them joints are ridiculous fire, and I shouldn't have passed on them. Number 6, I got the Chuck Taylor All Stars, the Ox Undefeated joints. It was all chenille Tigers on a low top Chuck Taylor. I could have bought those so many times, and I was like, $100. Nah, now stock at
Wait a second. Does that does that Kobe Back to the Future shoe count?
What, the McFly joint?
I mean,
that wasn't Undefeated, was it?
Yeah, that's where they released.
Oh,
that doesn't mean that it was their shoe, but that was the only place they sold at. I think.
I don't know. I mean, they all count. Look, I even got Undefeated Jordan 3s. I mean, Jordan 4s on my list. They're number 2. Number 5, I got
number 2. Man.
Number 5, I got number 5. I got ASIC Gel Light 5, the false flags. To me, one of the
Fam, how is that not higher on your list?
Number 5 is pretty high.
Fam.
It should be higher, but look, I made my list. Number 4, Huarache Blue LAs. Those Huarache Blue LAs I've always wanted. Them joints are super duper fire, but I'm not paying $500 for a Huarache. Number 3. Heck. Number 3, I got Kobe 1s, the camo ones. Now, I hate Kobe 1s, but that camo one is fire. The olive one might be better, but I think I prefer the camo one because camo, you don't see that often on shoes. Number 2, I got the Jordan 4 Undefeated. Look, only a select few on Earth got them. Skate, Hugh Hefner. Only those 2 got it, funny. And Undefeated employees. And number 1,
Undefeated employees.
And number 1, I got Air Max 97 Olives, dude. That Air Max 97 Olive is unreal fire. And you said today that the prices are going like this, ain't they?
In my size, on the olive, they're starting to go up. They're over 200 now, which is kind of shocking to me.
They should be. And the black pair should be even higher. That black pair is unreal fire. Have I wore it? No, but it's fire. I don't wear anything. Give me something you got.
I got something. Hold on, let me put.
I know what your number one is.
Let me put one more.
You should go one down to 10.
So let me put one more, so it's an even number. 1 down to 10, man. Pow. Did you put Gucci 97s on there? The ones you want?
I said I got them at I got them at Gucci. I got them at number 8.
I mean, they look like Gucci,
but I got them at 8. Remember, you listen to a word I said? I said I got them so low because they look like Gucci. I don't like that.
Man, that's what you said you liked.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it is.
Them white ones whack though. The black ones though, they aight.
Man, you better relax.
What's your top 10 list, cuz?
All right, I'm gonna.
And I'm with an undefeated shirt, and I got an undefeated face mask, and undefeated underwear.
All right, undefeated underwear.
Them undefeated underwear are too expensive.
Yeah, like what you call it that we caught.
If I pay that much for underwear, it better pull my dingling out and pee for me.
All right.
Let's go home. Give me a 10.
I can't find a number 8, so I'm just gonna do 7. So
I don't got a number on the back of that shirt, right?
No, like a player, you mean?
Yeah.
No, this is the plain one.
I'm gonna have to buy that one. The one I bought is black, but the LA's in cursive, Los Angeles, and it's thick.
I don't know why they didn't make a white. Because
They did.
No, they made the like jersey. They didn't make.
I thought
they
they had a T-shirt white too.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I would have copped it. I prefer that one.
Blue is better than white.
Fam, the jersey they wore against the Nats on the first home game was white with the gold outline. That shit is fire.
Yeah, but buying a white T-shirt,
that's better. Number 1, or I almost did it backwards, like you said. Number 7. I'm surprised you didn't put this one on there because this one was actually kind of fire. I had this one, I sold it, and I hate the team that they made it after, but the shoe is actually fire.
Hating the team is kind of ridiculous.
Air Max 97 UCLA. The ones that came out just after the pack did, yeah. Supreme fire. You don't have this one on there either. This one's fire from way back, years back. I don't know if it's from 2010 or before that, but the Colette times LAM JC New Balance 580. You smoking.
That model's whack.
I mean, the model's not the greatest, but the shoe is nice.
That's your number 9?
6. I only made 7. I didn't make 10. They don't have 10 shoes that are fire, fam. 8, 9, and 10 would be whack.
I will say. I
mean, I could put the black 97 that you said is fire on there if you want at 8, and
the bottom,
the Dunk High, I guess, could be 9, and then 10 like.
Oh, that Dunk High's whack.
Timberland. I don't know.
Back Timberland.
They've had multiple Dunk Highs. Actually,
had 3.
The Hyper Dunk that I had, that white Hyper Dunk, probably should go like in the 8 through 10 range.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But I just don't know where you wear that to unless
why did you have that?
Because I thought it would resell.
Yeah, but what was that release?
Just something on their website.
It was just the Hyper Dunk?
I've got it.
Yeah.
It was a Hyper Dunk and a Dunk. The Dunk was the same design, all white, undefeated in the back, with like gum bottom or something.
All the undefeated Dunks are whack.
Yeah, because the one that is the main one or whatever, yeah, that one is okay.
It's whack. Now we would have thought that 8 years ago.
Chocolate brown Dunks look dumb, but it's not as bad as we think. It's not as bad as we think. It just isn't. It's not fire. But if you make a list of 10 shoes, like it is what it is.
There's only 2 people that could wear that biohack dunk, that color dunk, Skate and Hugh Hefner.
Yes, Skate and the monster from the Blue Lagoon.
I might as well add Skate and Hugh Hefner faces to the logo, to this podcast logo.
Number 5, the Kobe 5 Hall of Fame. I'm surprised you didn't put that one on your list. That's the one that's gold.
Yeah, it's ugly.
You don't like it? I
gold,
like it.
Purple, and red. Ugh. Toronto Raptors color. PJ Tucker.
All right. Yes, you like 6 degrees of PJ Tucker. Kevin Bacon, PJ Tucker, Kevin Bacon, PJ Tucker, Kevin Bacon, PJ Tucker.
I was reading about that, how you know people know whatever it's called.
I'm sure you could go 6 degrees and it would be a celebrity. Probably, sure.
Well, they had the list of the top 3 celebrities that are like the most popular to whatever that's called. I was reading about it. It's a book called Tipping Point.
Number 4, Air Max 97 Militia Green. I mean,
you said it sucked. You said it sucked.
Well, I mean, I probably said like I have 17 pairs of them at home. I probably said like I'm not keeping, but I also didn't think that the price would be $150 even after you paid $200 for them. I mean, has a shoe.
500.
Now, there's probably plenty of examples of shoes selling out and then like in the aftermarket's like lower than retail after the fact. But I don't know if there's a shoe that's $50 lower with like an instant sellout. That's kind of crazy, like for a collab. Yeah, the pack was a bad idea. I wish I only had. No, I'm saying like for me to resell.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wish I would have only got the greens.
I
wouldn't be in a bad shape.
We all bought the pack because we panicked.
I have $1,000 in undefeated 97s at the house just sitting.
How many you bought?
2 packs. I told you I got 2.
Oh, that's right.
I had 2 in the cart, and I just was trying to check out a size 12, and then I was hoping they would cancel it because they would be like, "Oh, you can't get 2." And then I tried to buy a 12.5 on the single release, and it sold out. And I was like, all right, let me just see if a 12.
So you got 2 12 packs.
I got a 12 pack, an 11 pack. There's missing 1 beer. I got a 12 pack, an 11 pack, and a 1 individual size 12. $1,000 in undefeated just sitting there.
You should wear.
And the funniest part is like I already paid it off, so it's like I could sell them for $100 each. And it would just be all in my head. It would be all just profit since I already paid for it. But, my head don't work like that. I have shoes from like 4 or 5 years ago that I refuse to sell because I'm not selling it for under retail. You know what I mean?
You're right, because I used to be you. If you listen to me, you would have been angry about dunks. I was telling you to sell dunks for like $50.
Yes.
I was telling you.
You said let Oscar come clean them all and sell them for like $90 each.
I was trying to get you to sell.
I just sold those Rogue Greens or whatever for like $180. What's those trash highs? They suck.
What are called? Frank.
Yeah,
Lucas or something.
Kozics. They suck.
They
sat online for a long time too. They might have been on GOAT for like 9 months.
Damn, you sold those purple Safari. Whatever those called.
630 or something like that.
It makes me want to sell some of my dunks.
That's how I got the pink joints, and I still had 350 left over.
Have you worn the pink ones yet?
Like nah.
You should have worn those.
I thought about taking them traveling, but it was supposed to rain in Delaware, and then I'm definitely not taking it to Vegas, so there ain't no way. Them joints would have came back black.
You never wear nothing in Vegas.
Vegas, people, COVID was over. There was no, like the casinos, the state law is actually like pretty strict, but it was most people I've ever seen in my entire life. They didn't care.
Were they wearing masks? Did you have
to wear a mask when you go inside. Yeah.
Oh.
But so many people like don't care that they just like when you walk in, security be like, you gotta wear a mask, and then by the time they get in, they take it off, and then the hotel would just have security and employees just going around like, put your mask on, put your mask on, But it was so many people that they didn't care.
I'm over mask, B. Like,
I'm definitely when you go on 4 flights in the last 5 days or whatever, yes, I'm beyond.
I wore mine in a spot the other day, and I didn't care. Rocio, we went to California Pizza Kitchen. I was like, I ain't wearing it. I don't care. I got bad attitude. I
mean,
I didn't want to be a jerk, but I was at a
to me, if it's disrespectful if you don't follow the rules from my point of view, like going in a business. But then if the rule is like once you sit down, you can take it off. I don't care. Just wear it to the 5 steps that you go inside, and when you sit down, it's cool. But at the same time, I'm like, well, we got the vaccine for a reason. We got the vaccine so we don't have to wear masks no more. So I don't know. Number 3, Asics Gel Light 5 false flag. You can make an argument that that's number 2. That's fine. Number 2, Kobe 5 Pro Tour What If Pack, the one that came out after he passed.
Okay.
To me, they're both fire.
All white? You hate all white.
There's something, but the materials are different than on the normal Jordan 5s. They don't have that like gloss. I like that they don't have that, and they have the like patchy. It looks like patches.
Yeah, I like that on the other color, multicolor, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, all the teams.
The
right?
white got that too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that like I think the Kobe pack is
the
all
white
the
one
teams,
is supposed to be Hornets, I think,
and then the other one is all the teams that passed up on him.
Maybe.
So whatever that was, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I made that up.
Well, it says what if, so I'm assuming the what is if is if he got drafted or played for the Hornets or played for the other teams. Who knows? And then number 1 is clearly the best shoe of all time. So Undefeated made a lot of trash over the years, but they definitely got the number 1 shoe right. Jordan 4s, olive greens.
That's another
best shoe of all time.
That's another atomic bomb. Okay, fam, Lightning 4s are still an atomic bomb. Like,
yeah, but they're never gonna make them again, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but if New Balance, if Emily,
that's my top 7.
Go with me. That's the 3 less I gotta edit. All right, I got nothing else. Shout out to Shoe MGK. Remember what I said? First 5 that send me their address on IG not Twitter, on IG with the secret code word sneaker. I think I remember what the sneaker is. Have a MGK send you back.
Now you got to watch the show too.
I gotta watch it again. Anything else, George?
No, I got nothing.
I got nothing else. That's a sneak test. Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, sorry. Someone had asked, like, when I get my cards back from getting graded to bring the slabs in and just show them on the show. I don't have them back yet, but I'll do that for whoever was asking.
Well, I want to see them.
Yeah.
They don't give you like a progression?
I'm pretty sure the company I sent them to said they'll email. They're supposed to email me as like it goes along, but I haven't gotten one email yet. So
like they'll tell you the price in the email?
No, like they'll tell you what stage it's in or whatever.
What are you looking at possibly getting?
I hope it's 6 10s and okay. Well, I hope it's 10 10s, but I don't think it'll be that. If I get 6 and 4, I'll be happy. If I get 5 and 5, I'll probably be happy. But I want 6 and 4 at the very least, because if I get the 10s on the cards I expect to get 10s on, it'll be a decent amount of money.
Like retire from work?
No, not like that.
I thought that was the point.
Well, if the 89 Fleer Jordan was a 10, that's probably like, I mean, that might be a $10,000 card or a $30,000 card or something ridiculous, but I don't think there's any way that's a 10. I think it's probably a 9 or an 8.5, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it, but like if it's a 9, the value goes down like exponentially. But I think I've seen PSA 10 sell for like 10,000 or 30,000 or something like that. Like the market for Jordans and some of those have gone down since the like crazy height. And in February, I think his rookie card PSA 10 sold for like almost $800,000.
I saw Ravel,
and then now so Ravel follows it. So like now they're down in like $400,000 or $500,000.
Like he had like
here's
tweeted like 3 or 4 different Jordans.
Months, it'll be right back up.
Oh, did you send that?
I don't
Maybe I saw it on Twitter. He had like tweeted like maybe the same Jordan, but like different periods it sold, and it went from like
200,000.
It was ridiculous high, and then like the last one sold
425,000 or 480,000.
No,
maybe it's come down from that. Then
it went the other way. It went from like whatever high, and it just recently sold for like 30,000.
Oh no, PSA 10 86 Fleer
I don't know
wouldn't be that low.
I don't know what the rank, the card or it was a Jordan card went from like 200,000 to like 120,000, then like 70,000. Now sold one like a couple weeks ago for 30,000. I saw him tweet that or someone retweet that.
Well,
anyways,
let me look it up.
It was something.